It's stimulating, mind-expanding, safer to use than alcohol. It's
The Little Boys Room Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to
the Little Boys Room Podcast.
You know what I realized? I don't ever do the intros.
No, because
Well, you know what? Let's let them do it.
come on, do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Little Boys Room.
Yeah, and that's why you don't do them.
What is this, a punk show?
Yeah.
Hardcore show. We have a guest today. It is Tinder Girl.
Tinder girl.
Tinder Girl. That's what you said you want to be called, right?
Hi.
Yeah, Tinder Girl.
Girl from Tinder.
Real life girl.
Wow.
I met her on Tinder.
Oh.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Ambrea.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna call you Tinder Girl the entire.
I have a name.
Really? Could have fucking fooled me.
I don't know.
Did you say Andrea?
Ambrea. What the
Andrew.
fuck? My name's Andrew.
Andy. Brandon, can you turn down my monitor just a
Can you
smidge?
fucking? Is that good?
That's
Hello?
good, yeah.
Okay.
I was super high pitch.
Yeah, I'm good at that. I'm good like that.
Brandon has perfect pitch.
Who just snorted in the mic?
That was Brandon.
You were looking right at me.
Oh, actually, I couldn't see your mouth, so I didn't know if that was you or not.
Oh fuck. What
we
do
have
we
some.
start?
We have some housekeeping. I got.
My house is pretty clean. We don't have shit. Okay,
Oh,
I just
never
cleaned
mind
it.
then.
Yeah, all
He
right.
uses coasters now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. What does your coaster say, Brandon?
Live, laugh, fuck. No, it's live, laugh, love.
Have you been doing any of those things?
a lot of living.
That's about it.
Unfortunately.
Fuck, that's sad. Living a lot these days.
You know, you breathe in, you breathe out.
Days keep going.
Time keeps ticking.
All right, we. I do have some
Tick-tock.
housekeeping though.
Kesha. I forgot the rest of the song.
What a fucking joke.
Did she say her own name in the song?
Kesha. Yeah.
Tick. Kesha.
Probably know more words than she does. It's fine.
All right.
Housekeeping. Let's go.
Housekeeping.
Keep the house
Keeping of the house.
in our name.
We got a message from our good friend Adriel
Oh god.
today.
Today.
This is breaking news.
Oh.
He says, please consider doing an episode where you guys just watch Matrix Reloaded and do commentary on it the whole time.
Oh, we're fucking doing that right now.
Yes.
No, we're not. We're not. How do you feel about Matrix
Yeah,
Reloaded?
hold on. I have to ask a question. As a Tinder girl, how do you feel about the film Matrix Reloaded?
Well, as a Tinder girl in today's society,
Yes.
I love the Matrix.
Reloaded?
I'm reloaded.
The second one, the sequel.
The
Obviously, you don't like it if you don't know the chronological order of the series.
Okay, listen. I watched them all in one day. I'm a big fan.
One day, one viewing each is not enough to get the philosophical
Pull it up.
undertones of the
Pull
film.
that shit up then.
I don't have it on my computer, okay?
Are you a fan?
Yeah, I do. I just watch it solely through YouTube clips. 3 minutes at a
I
time.
have no money. Speaking of no money, please donate to our Patreon.
When are we going to make that?
We're not.
We're not going to make an actual Patreon.
Doesn't it cost money to make
I
one?
don't fucking know.
Does it cost money to make money?
That's the old adage. You got to spend eggs to crack a few omelets
I think
for
it
money.
costs money to like start an account.
Yeah, like you have to pay them for
The services.
owing your shit. Yeah. Yeah. We've had that idea to watch shit and do commentary
It's a lot of
tracks.
fucking work.
Instead, just Venmo us. The Little Boys.
We should make a Venmo for Little Boys Room.
Venmo the
Funding.
Little Boys Room.
Hey, can you pay for our drinks and shit? The gas to get here.
We should start to do housekeeping and stuff and shit like that, though.
Yeah.
Isn't
Men-
that what he's doing?
Yeah, but this is the
If you would
first time.
fucking stop talking,
Yeah. What the
I could get through it.
Okay, go.
Well, hold on. We can't do housekeeping if people don't contact us.
Well,
about
I mean,
stuff.
like mentioning that we have an instant gram and electronic email.
Yeah, but we've been saying that forever. No,
No,
one ever
we've
did
only say it
anything.
one time at the end of it because
Brandon,
I'm
what
like,
is our instant gram?
Little Boys Room Podcast.com
You forgot the at. You got to add it.
at Little Boys
No.
at symbol Little Boys Room Podcast.
No, it's
at
the-
symbol the Little Boys Room Podcast. This is why we don't do it. This
Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
okay.
One more time.
Holy shit.
At symbol the Little Boys Room Podcast.com.
Where's the
There's
first
no
part?
.com in Instagram names, Brandon.
Why not?
She asked the good question.
What if that was our Instagram name? It's the
Can we change it?
Spelled out D-O-T. It's
the
C-O-M.
email.
.com at
Underscore
gmail.
com.
Underscore. I like that. I like that.
Underscore com.
She has good ideas, Alex. What are yours? What the fuck are your ideas? Do you even have a brain?
This whole podcast is my idea.
Really?
No.
Yeah. Good.
Have we talked about on the podcast how you and Aston, we were all just hanging out one day, like on Xbox or something? You guys like had the idea to do the podcast. I was like, can I just be in it?
I'm pretty sure you were invited because the original idea was, I thought our banter was funny because we'd play games and I'd
Well,
just
me and you've been saying
rip
that
on you
for like years.
but not saying that it
Oh
was
yeah, like when we would hang
funny.
out. At,
Yeah.
like,
So
parties
you
and
thought
stuff.
your own banter was funny.
That's how it all starts, man.
Wow.
That's how you get famous. Narcissism.
It takes a little
Got
bit
you.
to be
I'll
real, though.
remember that.
All right, Aston, read the email.
All right, we got an email from a man named Michael.
Shouts out, Mikey!
The header.
Where's Michael
says,
from?
He is from Australia.
Big views.
We are expanding international markets.
Is he a kangaroo?
You know, he lives inside of one.
Did he lose his kid to a dingo?
I think he's in the band King Gizzard.
Oh, okay.
I bet you he's going to listen to this and be like, these fucking assholes.
This is the last time I'm listening.
I throw him one bone. Speaking of bones, the header. I got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, chum chums, I saw your new video for your episode 22 promo, and I have several qualms.
Qualms, huh?
Qualmshin 1.
Imagine an Australian saying qualms, though.
Yeah, does he actually say that word? Whose phone's on vibrate? What the fuck, Alex? Silent! What part of silent don't you fucking understand? Every fucking time? Really?
This is the show. This is 80% of the show.
I've listened.
Fucking dead, kid.
Unfortunately.
All right, finish
Qual-
with Qualmshin 1.
Qualmshin 1.
That's not a real word, right?
If Alex really loves Kevin S. K. Spacey, that's in parentheses,
K-Space.
why does he not kiss him on the lips? Explain yourself, Alex.
Where did I kiss him?
For the promo video.
Yeah, I thought I did kiss him on the lips.
On the forehead, bitch.
Because,
Not-
forehead,
you didn't- you
forehead kisses are where it counts, honestly.
Okay. I don't fucking know.
We got him. We got him.
We got him.
You
boys.
got me. I've never watched a Kevin Spacey movie before. Ugh.
Well, next time, aim for the lips. That's all I'm saying.
Show the love. You can't kiss the forehead until you kiss the lips first.
I wanted it to be much more like he's my grandson and I'm his grandfather.
You know, I got that from the
very
visual
deep.
cues. I felt it in your performance.
Actually, if Michael watched the fucking commentary track, he would know why he was kissed on the forehead.
The commentary track is available to our Tier 3 patrons. Please subscribe to our Patreon.
that we can't afford to start.
Quamshin 2.
Fuck.
At the 32-second mark, Alex is seen with a perfectly buttoned shirt. However, mere moments later, he has the shirt buttoning prowess of a mongoloid. I find it very suggestive, mildly arousing, and do not want my daughter or sons to see this footage.
Mongoloid.
That's not really a quamshin, more of a statement.
Well, that qualm is with you because you were the one that did the dress up on that particular scene.
No, you did.
No, he did the fucking buttons.
he?
I fucked your hair up.
It's a double team.
You
A
got double
tag
teamed.
Wait, my shirt wasn't buttoned up.
Before we did the shed shot, you did like one off, but he was like, no. And then he did three off.
Oh, that's right, before we went to check. Okay.
I improved it. Quamshin 3. Is Brandon possessed? Which demon?
Oh, yeah.
What? Possessed?
Yeah.
Oh, because the face? Or what?
I think
No.
just in general.
Probably because like
It's the vibe he's getting from this show.
Possessed vibe.
Thank you. Please reply. Love you. Mwah. Kisses.
Not a main demon. It's one of the the hipster indie demons that does his own
You
thing.
wouldn't know this demon.
No, you wouldn't know. He's in a subsect of hell. Like, he's not in the main rings. He's like in ring 10 or 12, you know?
or like an edgy demon.
Yeah.
Edgy
Aren't
He
they all?
was in Constantine.
My demon is Keanu Reeves.
It's a pretty good demon to have.
Rachel Weisz. Weiss? Reese?
It's Weiss, I'm pretty sure.
Weissman.
Rachel Wise.
You know, I heard Keanu Reeves is actually kind of a cool guy.
Yeah.
You know, he like builds motorcycles.
He
Like-
donates. He owns.
Like we hear these things. but are they real?
Well,
Is Keanu Reeves real?
I looked it up and I've watched an interview.
He
and
is
I've,
real.
like looked up the company. They build like custom motorcycles.
He built it with a friend. He
Yeah, they have a
co-owns it.
company. Yeah, and they use like VR stuff to design them.
Yeah. Someone was on a talk show. It was the chick from that movie about the black girls who worked at NASA. Was the Numbers or what's it
I've
called?
never watched
Oh,
it.
I've seen like the trailer for that.
You lost
I heard
me to
that's
black
really good.
people.
Same.
All right, that's the show. We got to change some lineups.
We gotta scrub the whole thing.
Yeah, but she was saying that when she was just beginning in Hollywood, her car broke down, and Keanu Reeves pulled up on his bike and like helped her push it out of the way and shit. And like,
Fucking superhero.
fucking A.
Well,
He's the
apparently
one.
he's had a very shitty life.
Yeah, his like wife died or some shit, right?
Well,
I
like
think it was his girlfriend, and she was pregnant at the time. Or something.
Yeah,
No, she had a miscarriage, and then she died.
that was right around the sad
It's fucking
Fuck.
Keanu
terrible.
memes, huh?
Yeah.
yeah. And then I think he was also adopted.
Is that what it takes to be a good person?
I guess have a
Just to
shitty
have
life.
to get destroyed inside and out.
He's also Canadian, so it's just inherent.
Oh, okay,
Is he?
Never mind.
I think so.
Have you
yeah.
seen that video of him like giving up his seat on like the subway or something?
yeah,
think so.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Not me. My folks have earned that seat.
Maybe towards the rear of it.
There's two ways people react when they get rich and famous, or they just become wealthy. Like they either have the mentality of like "fuck you, I did it on my own, do it yourself," or "oh, I get it,
Which way would
I'm gonna
you
give
guys
back.
be?
fuck you."
I think I'd give back.
No, I'd probably be nice.
I also don't think I'd be the person that would get rich and be like extravagantly rich. Like I doubt Keanu
You'd be
Reeves.
like on a budget.
I mean, like I don't want a fat ass house for no reason just because I can buy it, or like fancy cars. Like why buy 4 cars, pay the insurance and shit when you can only drive one at a time?
Have you ever seen a Maybach though, Brandon?
Yeah. Oh no, I haven't. But I bet if I see one, I need
You'll
16.
want 12 of them. Yeah.
See, that's how it works.
But yeah. But who knows? With my richness may come extravagant lifestyle choices, and I might change.
I feel like Brandon's hubris is fueled by money.
You just go into Brandon's house. It's just all bases on all the walls.
All gold, everything. I got 10 bases in each room. They're all Rickenbach.
Oh god.
Those are expensive.
Yeah, they are. They were a dream of mine, but not anymore.
Was it with you? We went to Guitar Showcase.
Yeah.
And like that guy just walked in. He's like, and he walked out.
What the fuck?
There was a fucking like mid-aged white dude, and his phone rang, and it was like the bluesy fucking ringtone. I was like, yeah, of course, of fucking course. That's funny.
Fucking, it's a stereotype for a reason.
Yeah. What about you, Tinder girl? Which
What would I do?
yeah,
If
with,
you're wealthy,
Well, I want to say I'd be a good person, but I don't know.
I think that's what everybody wants to say, right?
Yeah.
It's the same way that when rich people are rich, they say they're middle class because they don't want to be labeled as.
Who the
being
fuck do
better
they
than
say
others.
that to?
I'm
That's gonna believe
upper
it.
middle class.
Have you not seen that? That's like what like George Bezos and shit says. Like and
Jeff Bezos?
Jeff, did I say?
You said George.
George Bezos.
I didn't say George. Did I
You
say
said George. Play
his,
back.
His estranged cousin, George Bezos.
God,
You
I
said
have a bad habit of doing that. But yeah, like Jeff Bezos, I've seen him refer to himself as like a middle class, and like wealthy people do that shit all the time. Like Wasp people,
the fuck is Wasp?
Okay.
Flying
what?
bug people?
Western Anglo-Saxon pagans.
The fuck?
What the hell?
Higher middle class.
Is this some
white-
leftist fucking term? Just
No,
Saxophones, what?
no, Wasp. It's like high class society white people. That
where
still
where
exist.
did you hear this term?
Sociology? I watched a whole
I
video.
was gonna fucking guess.
I'm a
soci-
fucking sociology major. Leave me alone.
God, you liberal fucking.
It's not even liberal.
Sociology is kind of a
The guy
liberal.
refers to himself as that.
What does it stand for again?
Western Anglo-Saxon pagan.
They play the saxophone.
It's
Okay, I
it's
get
basically
At an
the
angle.
modern
I
modern
get it now.
continuation of like old money white people.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
They rebranded.
They got that old money, baby.
smart.
So
Smart.
Wasp refers to like the cultural things of it. Like they're doing an interview with him, and he was talking about how like he went to a party and there's people there, and he's like, "Why are these people here? Like they don't belong." He was talking about how
They're
somebody-
new money, not old money.
Yeah, exactly. That's how exactly
What
how
is
it
this,
was.
The Great Gatsby? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
No, that's honestly what it was like. It was really weird. Like watching it like made me like cringe.
So yeah, would you be a wasp, Brandon? Or a
Yeah, I like to
little
fly around.
bumblebee.
Buzz, buzz, baby.
Pollination.
Culmination.
Yeah, they call them wasp lessons. Anyway, Aston, what would you do if you were
Keep
wealthy?
it real low key. Put all my money in my mattress.
Oh my god.
Live on the streets on my mattress.
A room that's filled with a mattress.
just one mattress.
It's
and
like
Oh,
the
this is my
largest
room.
lump.
The like sides are cut, and it's just like, you know, a stack
I
of
would be
money
comfortable
under.
with myself because I made it, so I would sell all my furniture and possessions. Live in an empty room.
A minimalist.
Yeah.
A minimalist bastard.
You wouldn't fucking do that.
No. I don't know.
You'd buy
I'd
me
buy a
a
log cabin for me and you, Brandon.
I knew it, baby. Right from the start.
Oh, this is a good question. If you guys could have any type of house or mansion, what type would it be?
One I could afford.
What do you mean, like?
Shout out to the Bay Area.
You mean one with like rooms and stuff?
What, a house?
what type of man? Are there different types of mansions? Yeah.
Like, what type of house
Would you want a tall one
Like,
or
I
a
would-
wide one?
I like a nice ranch house.
I'm more.
I'd want a house with a tower.
A Cabo
And I'd
San
live at the
Lucas
top.
theme.
Like, not super tall, but like a tower. With
Right,
like a
right.
room in it.
I would probably go Victorian because I like that style.
I don't know.
Not a fan.
I don't like
a
the
second ago, Brandon didn't even know houses have types, and now he's judging mine.
No, I know that
You
they
ever
had
played The
types. I just
Sims?
didn't get your fucking question.
Oh,
Have you
okay,
ever
okay.
played The Sims? I mean, come on.
Yeah, but not the good ones.
I exclusively look
None
out
of them
to
are
play
good
the
ones,
best.
Brandon.
Sims 1.
Excuse me? Sims 2 is
Sim
pretty
City.
good.
Sims Suburbs on the Game Boy Advance is objectively the best Sims.
Sim Suburbs?
Sims the Projects.
Sims the Block.
You mean herbs?
The herbs. Fuck. Anyway,
You start off with no money and then it stays that way.
really, you would go with a farmhouse,
No.
like a ranch?
Do you know what a ranch house is?
It's like the
it's a
elongated-
long. It's yeah.
Right.
Single story.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I kind of like 2-story houses, but
Because you live in one now.
yeah, exactly.
You're biased.
You know, I thought that too.
I have
and then
privilege.
when I moved to Elk Grove, we had just a single story that was like really open and high ceilings. I was like, I actually prefer that.
The high ceilings makes it seem bigger.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, but you can't do shit in that space.
No one ever wants a
You
low
could buy a
ceiling.
giraffe with your money. Put it up there.
Or
Flex on people.
yeah.
You guys ever seen a giraffe before?
No.
I just I like 2 stories because you have like the first floor.
Stairs.
Yeah, it's an easy workout. No, like it's nice to have the living quarters in its own space and not like in a back wing of the
So, like,
house. You know?
This is
won't
why
like-
Brandon likes 2-story houses. There's only one set of stairs, which means there's only one escape route people can run.
What if you have a house with 2 sets of stairs?
That's the house I want.
Are there houses with 2 sets of
Yes,
stairs?
there are.
I've never
They
been in
round
one.
up.
I have.
Yeah,
And it was.
It's like a horseshoe.
like in the lobby, like a mansion.
It was a lobby.
Like a drug
no,
house?
No. They had 4 sets of stairs. So when you walked in, it was like a 2 sets.
Oh, okay.
And then you go towards the back of the house and they had another set.
I've only like been in 3-story houses for like Airbnbs and shit. Like I went on vacation once with Kenna and her folks. We stayed at somewhere outside of Yosemite. 3-story houses are kind of weird.
They're common in like the Midwest.
Really?
Yeah.
The house I go to in Tahoe is 3 stories. So the first story is the garage, and it's fucking huge. It's like twice the size of this
Is it
room.
just the garage? Or?
Yeah, but it's huge. It's like 3 room sizes, and like they split it off. And then the middle story is where you go up the stairs in the garage, and then there's a living room, there's a kitchen, and then another living room, and then you go upstairs, and there's 6 bedrooms.
What's the square footage?
I don't know.
4.
Man. It's like a
4 square.
It's like a $5 million house.
So 4 square.
I don't know how much that is.
Yeah, no. If we ever go to Tahoe, we get to stay there. So
Can I go to town?
Yeah.
No, he invited me, not you.
Can I go
He
with
just
you
leaves right
to
now.
go?
it's really nice.
I'm
though.
packing up right now.
Like, oh god, you know, like when you go into, my mic just like went from side to side of my headphones. That was weird. Have you ever been to a bathroom and all the floors?
I've been to a bathroom.
I haven't.
Brandon, can you
Amazing.
inform me what a bathroom is?
It's a room where you masturbate.
Oh god.
That's not my dad's room. What are you talking about? Exclusively.
What about the bathroom?
Have you been to a bathroom where it's
Yes.
all stone and you're like, what the?
Like granite or
Yes.
like
Yeah.
And
concrete?
It's cold.
Unfinished
It's
stone.
really nice though.
cold.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
I
I'm-
have been to Mexico. Cut that.
No.
Those bathrooms are nice, but they're so like unwelcoming.
Yeah.
Yes, the Mexican
Yeah,
one.
especially in the middle of the night.
Uh-huh.
But like, if they have floor heaters, it's nice. But those take forever to like affect anything.
Wow, floor heaters must be nice.
I have to spit on my floor to keep it warm.
You guys have floors?
Oh, fuck.
I have to walk on the support beams and avoid the insulation. Fiberglass splinters really suck, man.
Brandon just sleeps on a pile of asbestos.
His
Don't forget the
favorite.
black mold.
At least I'll never catch on fire again.
Oh my God.
That's why I do it. For fear.
Preemptive.
Asking if you could live in a house, what kind of house would you live in?
The one with the walls and the roof and the door. No windows, though.
Any house, huh? Yeah, ship me to like a castle in Scotland or something, dude.
That's a castle. It's not a house.
Close enough. Put a
It
door
could
on
still
it.
be a house.
Put a door on it.
Get that fucking thing out of
Put a ring on it.
Brandon bought a jewel.
Yeah, do we want
Let's
to
talk
here.
about
You're telling on him.
Brandon bought a jewel. Now he plays Fortnite all day. He quit his job.
I'm a Fortnite streamer.
Follow us on Twitch.
I used to have a jewel.
I used to be a Fortnite.
I hope Fortnite dies soon.
It won't because it's free and kids are broke.
My
And kids determine culture now.
I have two cousins, boy and a girl. One is 12 and one's 10, and all they do is play Fortnite.
I feel
And-
like if I was that
Amazing.
age, I would.
And she's like starting to post stuff on like Instagram about it now. It's like,
That's when
yeah.
you got a blocker.
I've almost thought about it.
Kids that young having
Instagram.
Instagrams and snapping chats it's very
Weird.
it's weird to us.
Like 12 and 10, they should be outside.
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
Well, those kids
getting
are,
molested.
those kids are super fucking active. Those kids are like do a lot of baseball
Active
and softball.
on.
No. Like they actually go out.
active
a lot.
on social.
They play a
media.
bunch of sports and stuff.
They are public figures.
But like the way she did it was my aunt had an Instagram, and then my my cousin just like started using my aunt's Instagram, and then eventually just took it over. Like I think the Instagram name was like T Paskert for Tina Paskert, and she just changed it to I Paskert, and she's like, it's mine now.
Okay, well, fuck that, I guess.
Yeah,
It's funny, like
Get flexed on, bro.
flexing on your mom.
She blocks
Fuck outta
you.
here.
Get this nerd off my feed.
is it just me or is a lot of childhood trying to like emulate adults? Because I
It
feel
is
like
just you.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like with the candy cigarettes and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
well,
are so cool.
and
I know.
I feel like kids want to have social media because they see like there's siblings have it or like
Or their
Is that-
parents.
yeah,
are on
exactly.
it
Is that
all
why
the
you
time.
screamed a lot as a kid?
yeah,
Because your parents are screaming.
yeah.
Oh. Is this a therapy session?
That's also why I yelled at the blacks.
That's actually probably why I was.
What are you doing on the front of the bus, guy?
It's because they don't learn, Brandon.
You're right. No, it's fine, guys. I'm black.
And he's my friend,
Pulls
so
out
that's
his
okay.
jewel.
So
Do black people use jewels?
damn. Did you just assume stereotypes? Yeah,
How's that a stereotype?
she assumed a stereotype.
Throughout the years,
Wait, do
black
jewels
people
come
have
in
been
Newports?
stereotyping to using jewels.
I'm sorry. My stepmom's black and she smokes.
It's okay. I know that's a
Fuck yeah.
stereotype, but I worked at a Walgreens and I've sold thousands and thousands of packs of Newports.
Thousands, huh? You
to
counted?
one guy.
He had a fucking clicker.
Can you imagine you go up?
Here he comes again.
What the fuck was that? Nah, nothing.
I mean, if
It's for our new
if I think
register
about it-
system. Don't
if
worry
I
about
think
it.
about an average, I worked 4 days a week for 6 months, 8 hours each. I always worked behind the counter selling cigarettes. I probably sold like 200 packs of cigarettes a day.
Wow.
The majority of those are Newports.
How many?
Especially because I
Never
worked
mind,
in
never mind.
Cellsac.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of funny that Walgreens, the health store, sells fucking cigarettes and
They
shit.
need you to be unhealthy so that you can be healthy.
That
Right.
fucking makes sense.
Dude, you know what was the craziest day? The day that the cigarette tax went up to like $10,
Emancipation.
when cigarettes went from like $8 to $10, people just started fucking buying like it was the apocalypse. And like people were calling, y'all got any Newports? I was like, no.
Who's
like,
calling,
you're fucking
Brandon?
lying to me.
Alex, who's calling?
Scratching
Who
their
is that
necks.
calling?
Yeah. What voice was that, Alex?
What?
What voice did you just do?
What was that?
Yeah. Because I don't know. Please.
Tamika.
You fucking say Tamika?
It's okay. She's his friend. It's
My
fine.
Okay, to be honest, that was actually my neighbor that lived next to us in Elk Grove, who always called me.
So it's okay. if you-
No, but that's
Okay.
that's just who I'm emulating. But she always called me and my dad, "What's up, baby boy?" I'm like, "Hi."
Tamika, please.
I
My girlfriend's here.
I think we've talked about this, and it's like I don't know if it's racist or not, but like I love like black people mannerisms.
We have talked about this, and I don't think it's racist.
Yeah, like I love like other cultures like mannerisms.
Mannerisms.
Oh, like I've had a Swedish person call me like love. I'm like, oh, that feels so good. And then
So
white
this is
people
what
white
love
people are
feels
like,
like.
hey, thanks, bud. I'm like,
Bud fucking sends me off.
Yeah,
Bud,
but no, like white guys to girls are always like, "Thanks, sweetie. Thanks, babe."
Sweetheart
Thanks,
is
baby.
one
wait,
I hear a
white
lot
guys say that to you?
Wait, like older men. older
Oh.
white
that,
men.
I don't know if that's okay.
It's not okay.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
don't-
like how they
Super
were raised. So I'm just
patronizing.
like,
I don't say that to anyone else other than my girlfriend. I just call her love. I'm like, yeah, thanks, love.
I only say that to my mom.
thanks, sugar.
don't talk to my
Ugh.
What do girls call other girls? It's mainly white. Like,
What do you call them?
no, like.
Their first names.
You mean it's not
bitch?
bitch? Yeah, I was gonna say it's not bitch.
Hey, bitch. Hey,
no.
slut.
It's like bud, but like
It is. It is like that.
My
Right?
I call my friends boys, but I also call them bitches, skanks,
Sluts,
sluts if they don't
whores.
answer their phones. It's
Sup,
fine.
bitch?
no, like what a girl would say to
Another girl.
yeah, like that she's not
Thanks, babe.
close
like-
with like a stranger. Like
Is this not
Oh.
like a professional setting or just like casual?
Like let's say like it's a girl working at a store and someone
yeah,
buys
and a
something from
cashier
her.
is like, thanks,
I don't
sweetie.
know,
Like
I've been
it's
told-
not
Sweetie,
sweetie.
it's sweet. I've heard
It's
sweetie
not
I've heard
sweetie.
sweetie and I've heard babe.
No, it's. Do you know poke piercing Nikki? She would call her clients that shit, and I'd be there.
I don't know what it was.
What's the fucking word?
I've heard sweetie a lot though.
Yeah.
Like from girl to girl.
It's like condescending, like bud, but I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on, I think I wrote it down.
Let's-
As a man, what are you talking about?
I don't think you're allowed to say these things as a man.
Aston, do you have any favorite greetings to other people? Like that?
Hun, it's fucking Hun.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Hun.
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 Hun is like
Thanks,
the bud.
hon.
Yeah,
People say that at work all the time.
Oh,
I forgot.
Is that
I
is
block
that
it out because I don't like it.
is that like derogatory?
no.
it's
the same way
like
as
saying bud.
Butter, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, hun.
I say bud like non-ironically.
And you shouldn't because people don't like it.
That's my work all day. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy's weird. That's
Thanks,
like
bud.
Bud is
You
just as
motherfucker.
weird.
Yeah, I hear hun at work all day,
Hun is like.
and I just block it out.
How do you feel
I've
about?
had people call me hun before, and I wasn't like, oh, that's weird. And I was like, oh,
I think it's different when it's towards a guy.
is it?
From a girl, yeah.
Yeah,
How do you
fair
feel
enough.
about a boss?
Ew.
It's kind of fun.
Oh no! I called. This is a memory. I was in like GameStop with Seth one time, and I was like 16. This guy kept calling me boss, so I was like, please stop. Like,
I get.
Thanks, boss.
I hear,
Oh,
that, a
what's
lot, I
up,
hear that a
boss?
lot of work too, and
it's like, oh god.
It's condescending a little bit. The first time I've heard it, it was to
Boss and Chief.
a liquor store
Chief.
owner
Ugh, god.
or worker.
Chief is like the Chad greeting. What's up, Chief? It's like, oof.
Oh yeah.
I don't hear that a lot.
I've heard it before.
Someone's called me chief before, but you know, you
That
know
was
how
me.
it goes.
I'm gonna fucking start
was
saying
me.
this. I'm gonna have to now. What's up, Chief?
thanks, chief.
You know what always makes me uncomfortable?
Me.
Older white men, whenever they address Mexican people, say amigo. It's like,
Adios.
Does it make you uncomfortable when Spanish or Mexican people like say mija or mijo?
no, because
Like that makes me feel warm
my grandmother's
inside.
full-blooded Mexican.
Okay, well, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But like that doesn't bother me. But the thing that bothers me is my dad worked for construction sites all his life. So like there's that mentality when he talks to Mexican people. It's like they're all workers, and he calls them amigo, and it's like don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
There was a week where I called Brandon Mijo for like every day.
I don't remember that.
It was a good week. Don't worry about it. It was a good week.
I
It was
guess it
Brandon.
wasn't
It was a
good
good
for
week.
Brandon.
It was a good week.
Oh, okay, it was.
It was a good week.
It was.
Can I hear you say it?
It was a good week.
Thank you.
I called Brandon Gibby forever
Until I
Gibby?
began to flicky in the
from
nuts.
iCarly. Do you know who that is?
I barely watched that.
It's
It's
when we
Sorry.
first
I
met.
think I'm older than you. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Pretty
iCarly
sure.
is an offshoot. Wait, no, it's not. It's not an offshoot of Drake and Josh, is it?
Should be.
No, it isn't. But anyway,
There
there's
is
a
a
character on there.
fan theory where Spencer kidnaps Megan and starts a new life in Seattle because he works at he's Crazy Steve from fucking Drake and Josh.
Dude, I can't.
Cockle-doodle-doo, the cow says moo. You remember that?
No.
Remember that scene? That was a good
remember
fucking
Remember
scene.
the Theater Thug episode? Classic.
They say, "Hey man, cool it." Or,
Whoa, man, take it easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy, man.
Did you eat my enchilada?
Are you a fan of the Drake and Josh show?
Yes.
Nice.
fuck.
I love that show. Yeah.
Is her mic off?
I don't know what the fuck.
It
Yeah,
sounds like it.
I turned it off. I didn't want to be.
What the fuck?
I don't-
It's off. It's gone.
Yeah.
There we go. Hey, we're back.
Jesus. Can you keep that in?
Yeah.
I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about.
We're talking about an ad read. What? You guys ready?
Wait,
Really?
Yeah, we have an ad read.
No.
let's do it.
Fucking piece of shit.
Let's do it.
This episode is sponsored by Grither Productions.
The fuck is that?
Thanks for asking, Brandon. I'm going to tell you right now. Grither Productions is an independent film company currently seeking local Bay Area talent to volunteer in a short film.
Are they?
Yeah, it's set to be a fantasy western type.
Okay.
If you are an actor or interested in acting that would like to participate in a low/no budget movie, please direct your questions.
Volunteer work.
Yeah, pretty much. Please direct questions to grither.productions@gmail.com. Grither is spelled Grither.
Grith.
Wait, this is just a real ad read?
Yeah, this is a real ad read.
I thought this was gonna be a joke.
No, this is real.
I thought it was gonna like end somehow in like a joke.
We should
Wait, who is that and how did you get that ad read?
Don't worry about it.
we should apply to be a saloon barkeep.
Aston, are you fucking shilling our podcast?
I'm making fucking moves right now.
Aston's just pocketing
He
all the
has
money.
his own email for this.
No,
This is my production
Aston-
company. I started.
Aston has the email, the Instagram, and all the account passwords, and none of us
He
know
does all
except
the
for
work.
him.
Yeah, I take care of all.
Aston is essentially the podcast. Can I hear you,
All right.
Jewel?
Did your mic fall down?
It's all because of that jewel.
I'm too cool to Jewel.
Too cool to Jewel, man.
We're sponsored by Jewel now.
But yeah, email them if you want to join in on that.
Okay. We should do it.
We should do it.
What the fuck are those dogs doing?
They're trying to hit my Jewel.
Let me get a hit, bro.
They smell it.
Let me get a fucking hit.
Yo, is that mint, bro?
Have you ever
got mint.
have you ever seen the video of those like kids fighting over a jewel?
In the drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
me get it, bro. No, bro.
you took it mid hit. So fucking so real.
Well, you know what it is? It's because they're kids and they're all addicted to fucking nicotine now. So they're like little crack
They're
addicts running
young
around.
white college kids who are drinking and need that fix.
bunch of chads.
I fucking been there. Do you guys remember being in school and like there's just that kid in class that talks and it makes the entire fucking
do.
class cringe?
His name was Brandon Haig.
I was just gonna say, was that you?
It was me. No, but
That was me too.
there's a kid in one of my classes now and it's basically the same fucking thing.
Me as
And-
well. I have two.
Yeah. You have two of them?
Yeah, I have two. Well, not in the same class. I have one in my psych class and then one in my sociology class.
Which one's the chicken kid?
The psychology kid.
He's-
Okay, we're story time. I have to fucking talk about this kid.
right.
Story time.
He looks like a chicken.
End of story.
What a fucking weirdo.
He's tall, skinny, super pale. He has red hair. And
He has that red shit
He's like
beneath his chin.
No, yeah, he fucking does. That's not a joke.
He has a red gobble shit.
No, he has a goatee that like goes off and under, but there's no other facial
Get his
hair.
number for me.
Okay.
Thanks.
But
the fuck?
so he has like a long wispy goatee that goes like underneath his chin, and it's really long, and he has like really high fluffy hair that's all like red.
Jesus.
He has
So he
feathers
looks
and a big.
he looks like a fucking chicken, but it gets worse. He's
Does
like
he wear yellow?
no, but he's like socially retarded. He's like fucking
You
weird,
can't say that word nowadays.
socially mentally
Handicapped.
socially mentally
socially Mandy Moore.
Same thing. Move on.
But he's just so socially weird, and like I've heard him like mumble to himself about stuff.
You don't do that?
No, but not like this.
I'm not a fucking chicken. I'm stuck on a fucking chicken.
Did you just like a fucking post in the group chat right now?
Did I?
Yeah, you did. What the fuck?
I thought that wasn't.
Put it down. Put it down.
Thank you.
Well, I do need that for reads later.
Okay, it's fine.
Give it back later.
You'll get it later.
Fucking piece of shit.
So
I'm just gonna meme it up right now.
In my psychology class, the professor will like go one by one and ask people questions and stuff about like what they feel like. Oh, what do you guys think consciousness is? And his answers are always so fucking weird,
Off
or
topic
like,
and personal. And
It feels like he's like purposely trying to act like he doesn't fucking care or he's better than the question. Like he's always like, oh, I don't know, or like, oh, I don't really think about it. And the professor's like,
What do you think about
things.
yeah.
But there's been like 2 instances where he said something, someone said something after him, and then I laughed at what that person said, and he sits next to me like where Aston is, and I audibly hear like, are they laughing at me?
You should start talking in the same pitch back to him.
Yeah.
We are laughing.
It happened.
but don't look at him.
It happened the other day. We were talking about something, and it was like, oh, what's something you do that you're happy that you're doing? And somebody said, I'm happy I'm patient with rude customers. And I laughed because that was a good answer.
Yeah.
And he said something right before that, and I audibly heard him, was that a shot at me? And I was like, what kind of fucking narcissism? Like, why would he think that was about him? But like the fact that he mumbled it to himself, I was like, oh,
Start
fuck.
passing him notes.
Yeah. And then we had to do some exercise one time where like you have to stare into the other person's eyes to like, I forget what it's for, but like
Awkward shit.
yeah. And then right, and then the professor like asked everybody how it felt, and everybody gave normal answers. And I was partners with him, and he's like, I just want to punch him in the face. And I was like,
You should have been like, do it.
To be fair, we
Yeah.
all feel the same thing.
dude,
Alex, your face is really punchable.
dude, the other day though, when he mumbled, was that a shot at me? I was like, what the fuck? Like, no.
You should have said yes.
You should
out
have
loud.
left. You should have left.
He feels like a school shooter.
He feels like a school.
You know, like those vibes where
So
like
yeah.
you can feel like they're desensitized to people. You're like, oh, he doesn't think we're
I
real.
can kill everyone in this classroom and not feel a thing.
That's how he comes
That's
off.
the kind of person he is. That's cool.
Do you think he would do it in a chicken costume though?
He doesn't need a costume.
Feathers
Real
everywhere.
question. Yeah, I don't have any recordings of him saying things just because the way it's in an auditorium, so it's like obvious if I have my phone
Your
out.
phone like right next to him.
Excuse me, sir. Can you hold my phone?
I think
in front of your mouth, please. Right in front of your mouth.
yeah, he's just fucking weird, dude. And he tries to talk to me and stuff, and it's like, oh, thanks.
I got a recording of my guy.
I have a recording of the person in my sociology class who I'll explain now as well. He's like 23, Mexican, has a bunch of piercings. He looks like he works at Hot Topic.
Oh, this okay.
Yeah,
Did you ask if he does?
No, I don't
So
think
how
I
do
don't
you-
I don't
how do you
think
know?
he has a job.
Oh.
One of those.
Is that because
He
he's
couldn't get it
Mexican?
in.
Right. So on the other end of the spectrum, he feels like he's trying to constantly say things to come off as like cool. Like he'll say like whatever he's thinking that like he thinks will make him cool.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the other day we were all leaving class and like some girl walked behind us, and I fucking look at him. He looks directly at her ass, and then audibly goes, "Damn," to the point to where someone next to him was like, "What?" And he was like, when I see attractive people, I can't help it." And everyone was just like, and just like left.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was just so cringy, and like he just started going off the other day because he said something, and people started laughing, and it like fed into him, and he was like, oh, and he just like couldn't stop talking.
I'm cool now. This is what cool feels
now,
like.
He now says things very loudly when the teacher's in the middle of a lecture, like his opinion on things,
no.
but it's not timed well, so it's like, why are you?
It like
talking?
cuts off the teacher. It's
Where
Yeah.
not.
does he sit in the class?
I sit on the back right table. He's 3 seats to my right,
Okay.
and there's a person in between
So
us.
it's the worst when it's the person in the back.
Yeah, he's so fucking weird.
Yeah. My guy, he has a really Russian name. I think his name is Igor, but his last name is really Russian
Does he have
too.
a humped back?
I was gonna
No,
say.
he's fucking big though.
Igor.
Like, the way he answers questions, like he'll sometimes shout out. He sometimes like raises his hand, but he answers with such confidence and length,
Like
but it's
such
never
conviction.
It's never on point. Like the way he answers, it's like this question is so simple.
Beneath me,
I
yeah.
can't believe he's asking it.
That's the same way that the chicken kid is
Yeah.
for me. It's
Or-
like,
Or like he'll ask
Chicken Joe, I call him.
Chicken Joe.
Bok bok.
he'll ask questions that like they're off topic or like they're not
Related.
necessary. Like they're bad questions, you know. But I have a recording of him, and I'm gonna play it right now for the class. I have a few segments. I think I'll just play this from the beginning because the teacher kind of sets it up.
How long's the recording?
Well, I
50
record.
minutes.
Yeah.
We're just gonna let it sit for a bit. We'll be back.
Marinate on that.
Okay, guys, ready?
Brain, how does it tell a nothing,
This is the
right?
teacher.
A no thing, hey, I'm hungry. This is the mind-body
Are you rubbing your phone on your pants?
Okay, why don't you not fucking talk?
He's all masturbating.
Fucking.
That's why Brandon's mad. This kid's breaking his concentration.
No, I had to move my phone closer to him because I can't have my phone out in class.
Right.
Okay.
Can you fucking keep your comments to yourself? Are you the fucking chicken kid?
I hate it when the professors are sticklers about that.
Oh, the phones?
Yeah.
I don't think any of my professors give a shit.
Okay.
Is it lecture
because-
heavy? Is that why?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, and it's rude to be on your fucking phone when you're being talked to by a teacher.
You're just on the phone.
Hey, come on.
Brandon, I'm on a call.
This is important. So what you wearing? Okay, Alex, refrain from fucking
All
talking.
right. I'll save my commentary for later.
right? A no thing, hey, I'm hungry. This is the mind-body problem.
What would be the counter argument of I am my brain?
There's no way that. So the idea is that for people that have this belief, this is a big problem for them. We're not talking about problems in the first one.
I know. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, we can talk about that later, Joe.
Yeah.
So if you have.
So that's one.
Is that how he talks
That's
all
how.
the time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That man has a deep voice.
Yeah, he does. He
Fucking-
does.
Are you in class with James Earl Jones?
I couldn't tell what they're saying, but I could tell what he asked wasn't relevant
Yeah.
at all.
What if I am my brain?
You know what your teacher did that thing that I love that professors do where like somebody asks something and they have to like take
Yeah,
a step
he
back
fucking.
and be like,
He was like, I don't. Yeah. Yeah.
It's because he's
Leaves.
trying to figure out his train of thought, how he got
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
What the fuck?
Why am I a
Um,
teacher?
If you guys
Why
This
did
is
I
worth
do?
it.
Why did I do this to myself?
like the topic was dualism, and that is like basically your mind or your soul is separate from your body.
Yeah,
like
duality.
when you said
we've
you
had
were
this
on shrooms,
conversation,
yeah.
yeah.
So that was the discussion, and then he asked like, "What if I think I am my brain?" It just didn't make any fucking sense.
it was clearly him trying to think he was like out thinking the subject, but
Yeah,
everybody was like,
yeah, exactly.
What if I think I am my brain?
Yeah, it is fucking.
I want to throw up.
Yeah.
Do you have more of him?
Yeah, so this next one, we got on the topic of process philosophy, which is the idea that, like, the world is just, like, one thing that's
Right.
in motion, kind of. That's a very simple way to say it. But the teacher pulled up a picture of, like, a street being rained on, a rainy day street. And he asked us to explain what was happening, right?
Brandon, hold on. I don't like how you said that. I'm sorry.
A street that is being rained on?
Can you redo that? Like,
A rainy day street.
makes me
Back it up.
nervous.
Back it up. Let's-
A scene
know.
of rain.
A street on a rainy day.
Yeah, Alex gets it.
A street being rained on during the day.
But you can't tell because it's raining.
So he pulled up the picture and he asked us, like, all right, guys, so what is happening in this picture? And then this is the following.
It's gonna hurt.
Hey, Alex, don't fucking talk this time, okay?
Yeah, here you are. We look outside our window, we see that. Somebody asks you, what's going on? What would you say?
The gravitational force applying on the water molecules versus precipitation is now affecting this general area, and a Homo sapien is crossing this area specifically.
Fucking.
That's what you tell somebody. Somebody asks you.
Did you really fucking talk again?
I can't help it.
Yeah, I know.
That is so unbearable to listen to.
Yeah, it's so cringy. Yeah.
What did the professor ask, and why did he give that answer?
He asked like what is happening in the picture, and we were supposed to say
And
it's raining. I said it's raining.
He gave like a Patrick Bateman level
he
of
gave
response.
like a fucking physics response because
He knows what class he's in, right?
I fucking hope so.
Clearly not. Apparently in Russia, they're all...
Did you feel the wave of everyone getting uncomfortable in the class?
Dude, when he said that and my phone was out, I was like, I have gold. I have fucking... I checked the time it was at. I was like, this is fucking it.
As soon as I heard the word gravitational, I wanted to die.
Gravitational pull on the water molecules.
I wanted to die.
No, it's raining.
You know what he's doing, right? He's like flexing how smart he is.
Yeah, basically.
He's flexing his brain.
What
Yeah.
what class is this?
This is philosophy on religion or of
What
religion?
the fuck is he doing?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
It's
Some philosophy of some sort.
I'm such a
I think I got another one of his,
Oh no.
but
Dude, his voice fucking kills me, too.
It's like really deep and monotone.
You should invite him.
We thought about it.
No, I want Chicken
wait.
Guy on the show.
wait, hold on.
No.
I think I got
No.
the start of him talking here.
Well, I guess it's a matter of perspective. The way I view it, you are your brain.
Well, that's why I asked the question, because then that means you're in line with the first one.
Okay.
What I'm saying is a lot of people would ask, their
fucking shuts him
intuition says a second. But what does that imply?
Your mind is separate from the body.
Brandon!
It's jokes on you. It's me. It's me.
He was me. He was me the whole time.
This is the dynamic. The guy thinks he's better, and then when the teacher needs a proper answer...
I like how your professor just fucking shuts him down.
Yeah.
That's how it is with in that class, too, when that kid fucking says dumb shit. The
Yeah.
teacher looks at me to answer it, and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. It's
Save this lecture, Alex, please.
all right, Alex. Let's see yours. Whip yours out.
Okay, so for context, this is in my sociology class. We were doing like a group thing with our table, so 4 people, where we had to create a budget to live on.
Some communist shit.
Based, no. We were all deciding what to spend money on based off, I think, the average income of 2 people in a household. Based off,
In the Bay Area.
yeah, I think based off California stats, and then the second half of it was we did it based off of income that is average of like the very median line of poor to middle class. So it's us like talking about stuff. I don't remember what he says in this first one, but I don't think it's good. I think he talks about weed a bunch.
Nice.
So he's in the group with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm stuck. Like honestly, we all had to put our names on the
Yeah.
paper, and I almost told the person next to me, "Don't give him the paper."
So
I love that shit.
that dude sits two seats to my left, and when we do group work, he's in my group too.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like he doesn't contribute to the group work at all.
No.
But he talks a lot in class,
Yeah.
and then
He's all talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some context for this person. One time, I think me and some kid were talking about weed because I have this hat's a club, and the guy was like, "Oh, I work there," so we were just talking about it. And the guy's like, his name's Santiago. He like chimed in. He's like, "Oh yeah, I buy from this kid down the street for me." He's like, "Oh, cool, man." He's like, "Yeah, like I got him to start smoking weed. I'm kind of a bad influence." Yeah, right.
Fucking cool.
Yeah, it was like, why is what?
Is this the 23-year-old man?
He's like my age. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, I have, I think, 3 recordings, so let's listen to this one. It's kind of loud because everybody's doing the group thing. So it's really hard to hear, but she was talking about how she wants to lose weight. I have to explain. That's a really bad one. It's the first one, and like it got covered up by something. But she was talking about how she's trying to lose weight. He's like, "Oh, just smoke weed."
Did he just start smoking?
Yeah, that's what it feels
Like
like.
that day?
That's what it feels like.
Man, this is fucking cool.
He's all wearing like a weed shirt and the bandana. and
everything's
shit.
roster colored.
Yeah.
So that was his reaction to that, and I was like,
I couldn't hear it.
yeah, that was a bad
Free
one.
your mind, man.
That was the first one, so I didn't realize like how to place the phone properly. I think this one's better.
Really rob a store or a mall.
This is him.
Bakersfield,
Selling
it's all
drugs.
open.
Bakersfield?
Like an open mall, so people could get the fuck out of there quickly.
He's talking about robbing a store.
Make money that way.
I'm from there.
Yeah,
That's right. I put that. I don't put that.
I'll put it. I'll put Santiago's idea.
Please.
Just put street pharmacist.
Street pharmacist.
Or street.
That's why I have one of my friends. He used to work like freaking like crazy amount of hours, and he was like, "No, screw this." Now he does just sell weed. Literally his income.
There you go. I said selling drugs or street florist.
Street florist?
So let me explain. This is the
Is
second. This is the second half where we have to live off. We have to set our budget to like $1,900 or like $19,000.
Yeah.
He actually put that down on our group project, like on the paper. Wrote down like one of the options, like sell drugs or street pharmacist, and then he put Santiago's idea.
Is he from Bakersfield?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to know. But like he's so fucking.
You probably know him.
He like put that on paper for like an assignment, and he had to put from Santiago because he wants the credit for being cool.
Yeah, maybe I went to school.
Do you
with
think he lived in Bakersfield?
All right, there's one more.
All right.
This one's a shorter one.
Wait, what's up? There's like a phone game, right? And it starts off with a woman in a sniper position, and she's like in World War II, she's wearing shorts, and as soon as she shoots it, her ass jiggles. I'm like,
You know what the best part about this? He then pulled out his phone and showed me, and I was like,
one of those
Did
guys?
her ass jiggle?
yeah.
Nice.
At least he's not a liar.
But like that's like 5% of the things he says in class. It's just that all the time.
You should just record an entire class.
He's
and
like
just have
a
material.
It's like his brain is a hamster on a wheel, but the wheel is just hot
He
topic.
has no fucking filters.
The wheel's going backwards.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, he's just like, it's so fucking cringy, dude. I hate it.
It's bad.
Your dude's just fucking weird, though.
Yeah, he is weird.
Yeah.
I think it'd be easier to avoid Alex's guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because Brandon's guy is like, I'm fucking contributing to the discussion when he's not. And this guy's just spouting off shit.
Yeah. He's just a open fucking hose.
Yeah, it got to the point to where like two girls in front of us were like, "Hey man, are you ready?" Like, not really.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You always lie. You always lie. No one wants to hear your fucking problems.
Jesus Christ.
So he's one of those people, and then this is my favorite part. Is that he told the story? We're all talking about Disneyland or something for one of the sociology things. We did like a report on Disneyland, and he was talking to us about how he went to Disneyland when he was younger, and he made his mom buy him a bunch of Nightmare Before Christmas merch. I was like, of course you did, bud. Like, of course it was just Nightmare Before Christmas.
Did you pat him on the back?
No, I just fucking.
I too love
Dude,
Timmy Button.
When he talks, I just like. Just like look down. It's like I don't want to be a part of this.
I go to the bathroom.
I kind of heard it on the
I
recording. You
dissociate.
do that thing where you're like, yeah, huh? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no, for the sniper one, he said that shit the first time and I heard him, but I was like, turn the recording. What's up?
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Hold that thought. Tinder girl. We brought you on here for a reason, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, so we're doing the spooky shit. We probably should have started the episode mentioning that.
Do we want to start doing spooky stuff now?
Well, I mean, it's halfway.
Is it the
through.
haunting hour?
It is the witching hour.
I had one more thing I wanted to do.
What the fuck?
Let him do it. Just let him.
There's that video.
We'll fight him later.
Oh yeah, the Kanye shit.
There's that video of Kanye West in the
Okay.
in the White House
Right.
talking to Trump, and he's just like ranting about stuff
haven't
that
seen
no
that
one
shit.
understands.
How long is it?
It's like a minute. It's not long.
Okay, let's play the shit because I have not seen it, but I have seen the memes. Was Pornhub really on his fucking phone?
No.
No, that was a joke.
Someone recorded him unlocking his phone.
And it's
then
just
put
000.
Oh.
He on live TV, Kanye West showed him unlocking his phone. It's just 6 times.
But when it unlocks, it's
No,
fucking...
they edited.
No,
Oh, okay.
that was a joke.
And it was the fucking Kim fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Being fucked by Ray J.
Oh my god. Okay, good. It looked pretty good. It was a good job.
Let me see if I can find it.
But this is gonna be my first time hearing it. So okay, good.
It's fucking
some cringy shit
out there.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Like 2
2
days ago. There's a 6.5 minute one that's kind of long.
Just play the one with all the good bits, and then what they don't play, you can fill us in. Yeah, so we'll do this and then get into the spookies, the skeleton mans. I'm just gonna let you like.
Oh no.
No, because I don't know how to even like phrase it or begin it.
All right.
About?
Yeah.
I got a 2.5 minute. This isn't the full thing. It's like a 20-minute video of him doing the full speech, but.
I know. But I don't want to.
What happens when a rapper comes to the Oval Office?
It's one of those news ones.
Yeah, I can't find the cut audio. I thought I sent it the other day, but he goes on like a rant talking about how like he makes it seem like Kanye West wants to be his dad, or Kanye West wants Trump to be his dad. He like starts talking about how he didn't have a father figure. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, I think that was in relation to him responding to like the Hillary "I'm with her" slogan. It's fucking rambling, dude. It's weird.
Yeah, he's definitely going through something.
I saw a post saying,
When is he not going through something?
Yeah, that's true.
I think he just needs to fucking lay low for a bit. Get out of the
You
spotlight.
think that? I'm sure lots of people think that.
I saw a post. It was saying like, oh, I love when Kanye runs out of his lithium pills because we get shit like this.
Yeah.
But do you think this is because he is on medication or lack of?
I think lack of.
Yeah. He like when
Or does he do it for publicity?
That's
probably a combination.
He's
of both.
always been kind of outrageous. Like when he was on a talk show like years ago when he said like he was God, right? Or he was Jesus Christ or some shit.
Like,
oh, that was like an interview.
Yeah. On a
What music video was it where it's like in the church and shit and like
church?
I don't know.
Kanye West. It's like his older shit.
I don't know.
Is it a church or is it like a painting thing?
It's a church.
All right, I got like a 2.5 minute thing if you want to listen to this. By the way, Fox News posted this. Hashtag MAGA, hashtag White House, hashtag rap.
Hashtag
Fox and Friends.
Fox and Friends, bud.
This game called life. You know, they tried to scare me to not wear this hat, my own friends. But this hat, it gives me power in a way. It was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. You made a Superman. That's my favorite superhero. And you made a Superman cape. For me, also as a guy that looks up to you, looks up to Ralph Lauren, looks up to American industry guys. Non-political, no bull. Put the beep on it, however you want to do it, 5 seconds delay, and just goes in and gets it done. We don't need sentences, we need partners. We need to talk to people. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I was connected with a neuropsychologist that works with the athletes in the NBA and the NFL. And he looked at my brain. It's equal on 3 parts. I'm going to go ahead, drop some bombs for you. 98 percentile IQ test. I had a 75 percentile of all human beings, but it was counting 8 numbers backwards off of the repeat. So I'm going to work on that one. The other one's 98%. Tesla, Freud. You know, so he said that I actually wasn't bipolar. I had sleep deprivation, which could cause dementia 10 to 20 years from now, where I wouldn't even remember my son's name. So all this power that I got, and I'm taking my son to the Sox game and all that, I wouldn't be able to remember his name from a misdiagnosis. What I need Saturday Night Live to improve on, or what I need the liberals to improve on is, if he don't look good, we don't look good. This is our president. He has to be the freshest, the flyest planes, the best factories, and we have to make our core be empowered. We have to bring jobs into America because our best export is entertainment and ideas. But when we make everything in China and not in America, then we're cheating on our country. And we're putting people in positions to have to do illegal things to end up in the cheapest factory ever, the prison system. We have to release the love throughout the entire country and give opportunities. A lot of times, it's just the overall lack of reparations that we, at any given point, we say, oh, this is racist, this is racist, this is racist, this is racist. So we don't have the reparations, but we have the 13th Amendment. We got to open up the whole conversation. The liberal would try to control a black person through the concept of racism because they know that we are very proud, emotional people. So when I said I like Trump to like someone that's liberal, they'll say, oh, but he's racist. You think racism can control me? Oh, that don't stop me. That's an invisible wall.
There's more, but
There's a lot more. He rants forever.
there's
but
a lot to unpack.
Holy fucking shit.
I think I can hear what he's trying to say, but it's moving too fast and he's not finishing.
It's super incoherent.
It's very erratic.
It's
Yeah.
like he just took a cultural anthropology class and learned what the world
I'm
is
woke.
like.
So
my favorite part is him talking about manufacturing things in China and betraying your country when that's how Trump does all of his business. And all the banners that Trump made and all the hats he made for his campaigns were all actually done in China.
Well, is that why he's talking to him so he can get him to stop doing that?
No, he's talking to Trump because he's a Trump supporter, and they decided to have a meet and greet.
But it sounds like he brought that up like it's an issue we need to change, and that's why he's talking to the president, because he thinks the president can change that.
That's Trump's platform is running off that. That's why we put tariffs on trade from China. We're at a trade war right now with China.
It's like,
Trump is doing that, but then also doing his business in China. He's a fucking hypocrite.
And don't you think Kanye would know that, and that's why he's there
clearly
mentioning?
Clearly he doesn't.
Kanye's gone on record to say he doesn't read up on a lot of stuff. He does. He likes Trump for like.
he read that day.
He likes Trump because he's like going against the status quo.
Yeah,
It's almost like he's reprimanding like the U.S. people.
The whole fucking. There's another interview where Kanye was talking about how like a bunch of people at SNL were like trying to get Kanye to not wear the MAGA hat.
Yeah.
And I think Pete Davidson did like this SNL thing.
Oh yeah, the week after.
The week after. Yeah, he did the week after thing, and he was talking about it. He's like, no one fucking said anything to him. He wore the hat all week, and no one was like, no one mentioned it.
Damn. Do you think this shit is about his IQ is true? About him like being a high
I have
IQ?
no fucking idea. I think he's just saying shit.
He sounds insane.
He definitely sounds like he had a mental breakdown.
Off the wagon.
It wasn't healed properly.
But you know, like a lot of folks who do have high IQs, they're usually not normal.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
But then again, it's Kanye just spouting shit. So
Well, I'm sure he has an IQ, but that doesn't give you a right to be a fucking idiot.
No, yeah, and that's the issue when you don't filter out. Like, if you do try and say true shit, no one's gonna like take it as true.
It's
or
like
believe
the
it.
engineer personality type, where like you just don't think how other people think.
Are you
like,
saying they're all fucking autistic?
You ever met an engineer?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
There's
one
engineers, mathematicians, and physicists.
The way it's like they're not human almost.
Yeah.
There's a disconnect with like empathy going on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They don't.
I guess
They're like all about what they.
sounds like a lot of stereotyping to me.
I don't know what that is.
I just think the whole thing going on with Trump in Kanye right now is so weird. I think the other part is it's highly insulting that Hurricane Michael just hit Florida. It
Michael, like the guy's name from the email.
Holy shit! How could you do
invasion,
this? Mike?
Australia invasion.
We've come from.
It's a whirlwind of fucking koalas.
Dingoes eating babies on the fucking street.
You gotta email him back. Here's your phone.
But Hurricane Michael just hit was it Florida, right? Florida.
Yeah.
There's still like thousands of people missing. You know.
Oh, is that bad?
Yeah. Do you know how it like hit land going like 150 miles an hour?
Oh shit.
There's that. There's still the fallout from the Puerto Rico stuff.
Yeah, it's like
insane.
crazy. And the day after that, he's at the White House with Kanye doing a meet and greet.
Yeah.
What a badass.
Dude, he doesn't give a shit.
Simply epic.
That's my president.
I think Trump is, oh God, it's so fucking ridiculous how hypocritical he is about everything. One of the platforms he ran on was that Obama was lazy and took the most holiday time out of any president.
And now
it was
he's
a
taking
disgrace.
the most.
He's taken the most out of anyone.
Yeah.
I think out of like his whole term, he's been on like 220 days on vacation or at a Trump residency or at one of his golf clubs.
But
living the dream.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because he puts most of the work on like his cabinet and staff, and like he's basically just a face? He's just a person.
Yeah, but a president's job is still to go around and be a diplomat.
I don't know. He does a lot of work on Twitter. So.
Yeah.
Twitter fingers.
Sure does care about his businesses and his daughter.
Man.
And
It's like a bad joke.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
keep telling it and hoping it gets funny.
whatever happened to Sarah Huckabee?
Oh,
that fucking gay troll.
Who did she replace? Well, Sean Spicer?
Yeah, Sean Spicer.
That was a fucking circus.
Dude, they put him on, and then like he immediately freaked out. And they're like, get him off.
I don't like...
You know who's better than this emotional wreck? This huge woman with a lazy eye.
She's just like... She's very stubborn and resilient. That's why they put her there.
Well, yeah,
that's the job.
I'm not going to stereotype, but that's definitely
But are you
a trait of Republican ideals is like hard-headedness and like,
Well,
fuck him, stick it to him.
I wouldn't say it that. I feel like that implies some sort of aggression behind it, but like, cause if a Democratic cabinet was in office and they did some shit that prompted the news folks to be like, hey, what about this? They would still like dance around the question.
No. But what Alex is saying is in like Republican terms, like the whole thing is like, fuck you, I got mine.
Yeah,
I won.
Their whole sense of how they go about things is very upfront and very fuck you and very prideful in how they are, and it's very much so in the sense of like they don't give a shit. This is what they think. They're also the most inclined to tell you that they're going to murder you, at least in my experience. But liberals could do that too. I think
liberals do that.
I've
fucking Tom Segura got death threats for his fucking stand-up that just came out. Not just, but the stand-up that came out.
Oh, because he made the transgender joke.
No,
right?
he made the I think it was a joke about.
Was it the Louisiana one?
I've seen that one.
That one, and there's a joke like, oh, I guess you can't say retarded now.
Oh,
and he was getting death threats. Joe Rogan gets him when he talks about shit or has fucks on.
I guess it's on both spectrums.
Yeah, it's not a side thing; it's an extreme thing, and you can have extreme things on both sides. Right. So as long as they're involved, they're gonna take shit to the extreme.
Well, I guess here's my difference. If you look at Fox News, there's a lot of like preaching and like rallying and arguing and like gathering to like fight people, and you go to CNN and it's very whiny.
Yeah,
there's a difference in terms of what they're upfront about.
I would say that the left is kind of beginning to get there too. It's preaching and call to arms, but like mass.
I forgot to ask you because I don't know you at all.
She doesn't matter. It's fine. Look at me.
Bye.
Do Tinder people have politics?
Oh, what are politics?
No, they just want to fuck. No, but like they're.
Did you say look at me?
Yeah, look at me. Like,
what do I think? I don't know.
I
Where
think
do I fall?
I think that's what he's gonna ask.
Like, I'm like in the middle.
Okay.
More left, but yeah.
The same.
Yeah.
I'm definitely more left in terms of ideals, but I'm definitely neutral for a lot of things.
Yeah.
I try and like just be unbiased.
Exactly. I think both sides have good ideas that they should be used.
Don't use them the right
I think Ashton's a diehard liberal.
Yeah, man.
It's why
I'm scared of that red
Antifa, bro.
It's why he hates.
I'm moving
Alex
to
Jones.
Berkeley, boy.
Ashton was the one who got Alex Jones kicked off the internet.
Yeah, I single-handedly did that.
His handiwork.
So I listened back to that episode with Tara in the room, and she like was listening to that part,
hurts.
And she was like, "You guys uploaded this?" I was like, "Yeah,
yeah."
That part.
Seth texted me, and he's like, "You can hear like Ashton getting frustrated."
Yeah,
I kept it in.
It's fucking funny though. I liked it.
It hurts. It hurts to listen to.
You shouldn't have to hide disagreements. It happens.
Right.
I mean,
that's why I kept that in.
Yeah.
That's why we're all gonna have a giant fist fight.
Yeah, I'm
right
so excited.
Fucking now.
I was like fighting the urge to punch you right when I saw you, but you know.
That's why I walked out of the bathroom and heard Ashton. Oh hey, I was like, oh fuck.
he stayed in there. Started like
stretching.
Yeah, the first time you guys talked, Alex fucking like got into a fit. I was like attacking you.
Can you describe me?
I came at him.
That's.
I mean, as a joke though.
I thought. Okay, to be honest, I thought it was you texting me. So I thought we were doing like the banter me and you do, where it's
from
like
someone else's phone.
Be a dick to each other.
No, but then you started to do your Alex shit.
Your Alex shit.
For the kids at home, what is Alex shit?
Black Ops, Alex. That's what it is.
All right. Well, you know what?
The shit.
You
find it.
Oh, I didn't even show you. I
What?
looked at that text later, and it didn't like the one without quotations, and he said that he fucking won.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice when
it took her like a day later. She looked at it. She's like, "Oh no."
Yeah. No, Alex, you did the thing where like you got cornered and you just fucking lashed out.
Okay,
like
to be fair,
blind white fury.
You also
like a dog in a corner.
You also caught me on a really bad day.
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry
So,
you
like,
had a bad day.
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like, oh, I'm hurt now. It was just like, I'm like.
That was right when your car got.
Yeah, it was when my car got like fucked up by someone. So I was like.
And then I just start fucking
yeah,
texting.
I just get random texts from people like talking shit. This is literally the first text. Hey there, boy. You don't know me, but I already know what you're about, and I fucking hate it. I fucking hate you. You don't know how to proofread essays for shit. No context.
Honestly, that does sound like Brandon.
Yeah.
That reads like Brandon.
Sorry.
That's why
It's
she's
just
my
the way I
friend.
talk.
Also, you called me a Mayflower motherfucker,
Yeah.
and that also sounds like something Brandon would say.
No, that was all from me.
I told you she's she's her own thing.
I'm my own entity.
Fair enough.
No, that was fun.
But yeah,
yeah.
fair enough.
Is it time to get into spooky shit?
Hey, what's going on with your phone?
Nothing. Someone's calling. Is it spooky time?
Do you think Trump has a skeleton?
In his body? Probably.
No,
In that
outside.
body?
Outside.
In that body.
An orange exoskeleton.
That's full of hate.
That's soft. A soft
Ooh,
exoskeleton.
a soft jelly.
I think so. I think
Do
so.
you think he knows?
That he is a skeleton?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I don't think it's hit him yet. Do you know how folks have said like the Clintons have had people killed and stuff? Like that's like
Yeah.
yeah, all right. One of us knows. I don't think Trump has done that, but then again it's like why would he not get
But, like,
someone killed, right?
Who would he get killed?
Exactly.
What do
And
you
that's
mean?
my thing. Like let's say before he was
That guy
the
that took
president.
a picture of him getting a spray tan in
He's
the White House?
fucking dead now. He's dead in a fucking tanning machine.
Wait, is there a photo? of him
Yeah.
being-
Yes, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wait, that's real?
It's
Yeah.
old. It
They
was,
got
Pull it up,
fired.
Brandon.
hold on, yeah. It was one of his first. It was like first year. I
Yeah,
think.
well, I heard there was like a counter movement of people working in the White House to like just like tell everyone what's actually happening with Trump.
He's
And I
getting
think
a spray tan.
that,
like to do that. In the
Remember that
office.
photo of him with the taco ball?
oh god.
Fuck
You remember how he used to, when he was running for presidency, every time he was on his private plane, he would either have like McDonald's or like KFC because like he was sponsored by them.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Was he
Fuck
really
yeah.
sponsored?
Dude, yeah, he was like being paid by
A
them to like
president
support them.
sponsored by fast food companies?
Right. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's American.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I heard he drinks like 8 Diet Cokes a day.
I also heard that.
He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
real American.
He eats like a child.
Yeah.
He likes ketchup on his steak, right?
Yeah. I've heard that. Yeah.
I
No,
can't-
like seasoning
This is
on
a
it.
grown
just
man.
Oh,
a grown
There it is.
baby.
Oh my god.
you haven't seen this?
No.
I gotta look at
That's
it.
Oh,
fucking
that's what that's
embarrassing.
from. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He's so orange.
That's fucking embarrassing.
you know
dude.
what?
Looks like hot Cheeto dust or something. Not hot Cheeto, regular fucking Cheeto. Duh.
What I don't like about this presidency is like how shit like stories and topics come and go. Like, what happened with Comey? What happened with the Russia shit? Like, was that
it's still an
resolved?
ongoing investigation.
Okay.
But it's being they
There's, like,
definitely it's like a fucking circus, dude, to the point to where like so let's say this. The investigation is the elephant on one leg on the stand.
Yeah.
And then they're like, look at all the people doing flips in the air. And everyone's like, oh my God. And they forget there's a fucking elephant on one leg.
Going off on
It's-
that, I feel like I've aged like
poor
35 years in the last 2. I'm fucking tired, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember the night of the election, and it was like 7 o'clock, and I looked at the polls, and me and my dad were sitting there, and I looked at him, and I was like, she's going to lose. And I just went to bed. I was like, I'm not even going to watch.
I was
Couldn't
at
sleep.
straw
I
hat,
stood up all night.
and
It's
I
terrible.
Called into work. I'm not kidding. I was in bed all day the next day.
I can't do this.
Dude, I felt sick. Like, and I tried to go into it with the mentality of like, if you're on a boat and he's the captain, maybe we should give him a chance to not sink the ship.
I think
but
he
like,
got his chance.
yeah, he got his chance, and then immediately
a
like,
couple.
and then immediately I was like, no, fuck this. Like, I can't do this.
Where were you?
I was at Straw Hat Pizza drinking beers, and I got really drunk before he won. Went home, passed out, woke up at like 2 or 3, saw he won.
You know, this is like
Went
our
back to bed.
9/11. Like, we're all gonna remember where we were with Trump.
I'll never forget.
I was also drinking, but at home it was terrible.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I wasn't drinking. I was just crying.
Yeah, I was just like upset.
I was
My whole house
I
was
heard
like,
my neighbors
"Fuck!"
screaming. I heard someone screaming down the street, and I lived like in a really bad neighborhood at the time, so I was really
It's
scared.
already happening.
I was like, "Fuck, riots! Here we go."
Yeah, it's like that South Park episode when they made fun of like Obama winning.
It's just a heist they did all for the fucking.
I read they like animated 2 separate episodes. So
Oh yeah,
whoever
they did.
won,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be a good good thing to release later.
What a
Release
fucking- what
me.
Stop
Daddy.
looking at the time. We're going forever. This is a long episode, boy.
Oh yeah. Well, we still have to get to why she's here. Actually, do we want to talk about why you gave her her nickname, Alex?
What's my nickname?
Say it in person, Alex.
What's my nickname, Alex?
Oh, and I love that you fucking try to be like, do you know what Brandon called you? Brandon called you this.
Wait, hold on.
And that's what I mean
I was
by
like
you
right
did your
next-
Alex
Okay,
shit.
okay, hold on.
Hold on. Shh. Brandon, Alex, just say it. Say it real quick, and then we'll explain. Say it.
Spirit bitch.
Spirit bitch.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna give
No,
you...
wait, hold on. This is why. The first time she came
No,
to my...
I know. I can explain it.
No, but I'm going to explain
let
the story
Alex-
because it
okay.
fucking happened to me.
Okay.
Shit.
Fucking piece of shit. So, like, the first time Tinder girl came to my house... you said you...
I remember it well.
She walks up to my doorstep, and I get the door.
I started feeling it like across the street though.
Do you still
I
feel
looked
it?
up at his house and I was like, "Is this his house?" And I like felt it. No, I don't feel it right now. But yeah, I feel it when I'm here.
So, first thing she says to me is like, "Hey, is your house haunted?" I'm like, I don't think
I thought
so.
maybe I was just tripping. You know, I hadn't felt that feeling in a while.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think so. And we talked about it and stuff. But I told them that, and then he fucking calls you spirit bitch now.
You said, "Oh yeah, my mom has seen stuff."
Yeah, after.
You said before.
No, I said that after I
after,
said,
okay.
I
Alright,
said,
yeah.
I don't think so, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it was like Brandon told me that story, and I was like, "Oh, she's spirit bitch."
Yeah, it came naturally.
We were like riffing off like jokes about it, and I think like I just like said it, and then it
Jokes
just
about my problem.
no, like just like how you like that story, and
You
I
think I want this?
no.
It's a curse, Alex.
God damn it!
It's not a
No,
blessing.
you know what happened? We weren't fucking riffing. I said I was gonna go chill with her, and you were like, "Oh, so you're going to go chill with spirit bitch now, huh?"
Is that how that happened?
Probably.
I don't.
So most of the shit.
No,
you
I
fuck-
think because every time we addressed it, we were like making jokes about that spirit stuff because it was like right after you told us that story. I don't know. Anyway,
Do you prefer Tinder girl or spirit?
Maybe a combination of the two would be good.
Tinder bitch.
I love it.
Fuck. But. All right.
Anyway, I'll say this: Brandon laughed really fucking hard when I said spirit bitch for
I
the
mean,
first
I
time.
don't fucking care.
We laugh
Yeah.
at all sorts of terrible things, Alex.
Doesn't make it okay. Don't justify.
My best friends call me worse. It's
Ah,
fine.
fair enough.
My
dad too.
Yeah, I get that.
Your dad calls you faggot.
All the time.
My dad doesn't call me anything.
My dad calls me faggot so much you think it would
My
actually
dad
be my
never
name.
calls.
But the reason why we brought you on is because it's spooky time, and you have a spooky thing.
Spooktober.
So I would try to explain and preface, but I think that story does as much as I can do. So would you like to take the reins and explain what's going on with your life?
With my life?
Yeah.
What part of my
Take
fucking life?
Take us to the beginning.
The beginning of how I started feeling.
No, the Big Bang.
Titanic. Everything.
So the universe.
Such a good fucking video.
I love that shit.
And she sucked my dick. Oh yeah, it was bad head, right? Yeah.
No, it's just a hand job.
Oh yeah.
Give me a hand job in the car.
Lazy hand job. Yeah, but anyway, sorry. Go on.
The beginning of how I started feeling.
So can
what do you want to know?
All right, can you explain to us what you go through?
Are you
like
the-
put it into words? I'm fucking talking. Can you put it into words?
Put it into words of what I feel.
Walk us through.
Sure,
I
yeah.
have lots of feelings every day.
If you had to compare it, are you like the lady from Poltergeist?
I've never seen that.
Ah, fuck the old.
I've had a poltergeist.
She does the real shit, Alex. She does.
Do you know what I'm talking about though? The
No.
little lady from Poltergeist.
I've not
She has
seen
a
it.
very like.
I don't
iconic
usually
voice,
watch
yeah.
movies about that because I deal with it.
Oh, okay. So it's like actually like. Not. I don't want to say triggering because that feels like
It's not
being
triggering.
rude.
It's just like it makes me laugh because I'm like, that's not what fucking happens.
Right.
But yeah, so how would you say it? You feel spirits? You feel ghosts?
I feel their presence, and I've seen them before, and I've gotten emotions from them and stories,
Right.
names, ages.
So would you call them ghosts? Like what terms
You
would
can
would
call
you
them
use?
spirits, entities. I think entity would be a better term because you don't know what the fuck they are usually.
Right. So
Kind of like an energy or something.
yeah.
Like a vibe.
It's like a vibe. I just got back from Coachella.
Fucking vibe.
So many.
Yeah,
So many vibes.
The spirit just got back from Coachella.
Bro, did you catch
That was
that
my
fucking,
favorite one.
You catch that DJ set, dude?
I'm like, get the fuck out of my room.
Hey, do you want any Molly?
The cutoff. I got some K. Do you need some K?
Wakes me up in the dead of night.
Bro, I'm fucking rolling right now.
Just hear like,
Dude, okay.
I wake up that way.
the fuck?
Okay, we'll get back to the spirit thing. But what is with people going to like EDM shows and stuff and doing ketamine? I don't get it.
Ketamine?
Ketamine is
It's like horse tranquilizer.
yeah,
right?
but it's like it's a disassociative, so it's like
Oh.
it's
People
like
don't
doing
do
the
that
loopy
enough
shit.
normally, like
You know
Is
they
it doing a downer in like
I
an active-
disassociate
Kinda,
from
yeah.
society every day.
it's like the same effects as whippets. I think just like a quick like what the fuck. But then there's things like that are called K-holes, which is like a long term effect of it. I almost tried it, but I think the dude got too drugged up and forgot that he was gonna let me try it.
Classic.
Right. They actually have ketamine clinics. They find that it helps with depression. Do you know the dude Neil Brennan? He has the stand up three
Oh,
mics.
I love that fucking one. So
he
good.
With the glasses, right?
he goes to those clinics. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if he still does, but he talked about it on JRE.
You know what I've actually been wanting to try is the sleep or the deprivation tanks.
I want to try that too. They have some
Yes.
places in Santa Clara.
That
Yeah.
shit crazy.
Yeah, try that shit high as fuck. But
make your own in a bathtub.
People die that way.
Okay.
Two birds, one stone, baby.
Let's
go.
Let's go.
Either way, I'm happy.
So when did you first experience an entity or like first realize that that's what was happening?
I want to say I was 12 or 13.
Was the first time you like felt some shit?
That was the first time I felt something like in a house. Yeah.
Right.
And it was my friend's house.
Do you think that wasn't the first time you felt something, but was the first time you
I
like
realized.
You knew,
realized?
I made
yeah.
the connection. Yeah, because I look back on like when I was younger and
Ate
I
and shit.
I remember shit. When
Oh
I was little.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I remember like seeing shit.
You look at things with a different light. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us that first story. What was the
What it-
entity that
what
you
it was like
Yeah,
when I
like
first felt it. Oh, in my friend's house.
yeah, like tell us what happened.
Well, she told me that she thought her house was haunted, and I was like, oh, whatever, you know.
Right.
What the fuck ever.
Ghosts are real.
I'm
Kids are
still gonna
liars.
spend the night.
I'm afraid of ghosts.
And so I remember waking up like super early. Must have been like 5 a.m. on like a Saturday. Fuck that. But anyways.
Just in time for cartoons.
Yeah, that's good. Fuck yeah. And so I look out in the hallway, and you know when you're just waking up and your vision's kind of like blurry or whatever.
Right.
And I wasn't wearing contacts or glasses, so I couldn't fucking see for shit. But I kind of saw like the figure of this girl, and I knew it was. She had younger sisters, and I knew it wasn't them because it was like a dark figure.
Right.
And you
Like
know,
a silhouette.
yeah, like a silhouette. And I saw like her dress and stuff, and then I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I told my friend, and she was like, oh yeah, I see that girl in my dreams sometimes. I'm like, well, this is what your house is haunted with.
And so that was the first story, right?
Yeah.
And
If
then
I heard my friend utter that sentence, I'd start crying.
Well, I mean, I didn't cry because I'm not a bitch, but you know.
Oh,
bitch.
Aston,
I
you're
never
a bitch?
said I wasn't one.
Get
Aw,
punked, you
there
skunk.
go.
You skunk.
You come up with that on your own?
Just now.
Write it down.
When she said that, and there was like that sense of realization of what was happening.
I got chills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On like the back of my neck and
Right.
stuff, you know.
Did you like start to actively like seek out that not seek out, but like try and see more shit, or like were you just more conscious of the possibility of
I guess I was more conscious of it when that happened. It was like, oh yeah, my fucking third eye's open and I can't close it. My third eye's open and I can't. Well, I don't know how to explain it to you guys. Like it's open and I can't stop it.
Right.
Kind of thing. So it kind of got weird.
like puberty? Like
yeah, like kind of like, oh
you start-
fuck, I have
start to-
pubes now.
Yeah.
So like it's basically
Whack.
it was like a doorway, and now it's just
Yeah.
not, it's
I
not-
whacked
was
it
it.
once,
Right.
and now I can never
And
stop.
I started like waking up in the middle of the night from shit after that.
Ghosts are like Lays. You can't have just one.
You're right.
Shout out to our sponsor,
Lay's.
Lay's potato chips.
Frito Lays. But yeah, so I don't know where to go from here. Like, so did you
What
start?
was your? Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
What was your most intense experience?
Intense. I lived in a house with a poltergeist. You know, they move shit around, turn stuff on.
So,
go on.
I would just like to make the distinction. Entity or ghost is just like you just see them.
Yeah, you see them or feel them. You don't know exactly what. I don't know like the definitions of that shit.
Right. No.
But I know a poltergeist moves shit around, and a demon is bad.
Demons are bad.
Demons are bad.
Can you like? Does a poltergeist have a different feeling than an entity?
It
or
feels like mean.
Oh,
okay.
So like you can feel it's like aggressive. Almost.
Yeah, like a poltergeist could like be a demon.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So
I only know that because my grandpa did exorcisms. So.
Right, Brandon told me about that.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that?
I only know like one thing about it.
Oh.
He doesn't ever. If I ask him, he won't tell me. So.
Right.
So did he
shit.
exercise them at like a gym or?
Well,
Wordplay, you guys. Wordplay.
How do their traps look?
They look like
he would go to their houses and do it. They would call him and he would go do it.
Damn.
Catholic?
He's not Catholic anymore.
Oh, okay.
But he
was, yeah.
Is exorcisms
it's a
solely
Catholic.
Catholic?
It's a Catholic thing. Like you need permission
from the Vatican to do
yeah.
it. Yeah.
And if you
Dope.
don't have permission,
That's
it's
someone I
kinda
would
bad.
love to have a book about. That's insane.
Exorcism.
That'd be so crazy to read.
Yeah, like I can't watch any exorcism movies because I don't want to know.
Right.
Yeah.
I've listened to some stuff before.
Oh, you played some stuff.
that
Yeah, I
shit was-
played audio from them one time of
It's
a girl
real
in
life
Germany who was like possessed by spirits.
It's
and
what the film was based on, right?
yeah, and at one point in the audio, she has like 5 different voices, and they're one saying they're Hitler, the other one saying they were like Stalin, and like one was the devil. It was just weird.
It's just like you don't know what the fuck's going on. So.
Yeah, this like I don't believe in stuff, but like
Wait till it happens.
I know that's what I think to myself. Like I know if it happens, I'm gonna be like, it's real.
Because people will tell me all the time, well, I don't believe in that shit. I'm like, well, okay, you don't have to.
Right.
You don't believe because you have not
You haven't
been
experienced
given the
it,
tools
yeah.
to believe. Yeah.
Did you believe in stuff like that before you saw stuff, or was it way too early to like even register?
At the time, I was like super religious, obviously raised super
Okay,
religious.
right.
So I just thought like, my mom even told me like because I told her like what happened, and she's like, well, if you see anything, that's a demon. And I was like, Mom,
Please.
oh, no. And she was like, and if you get it, like, because I told her like what had happened like when I started getting information, and she was like, you need to not do that. And I'm like, I'm not meaning to.
Yeah.
You keep that up, you're grounded.
Yeah, like she would cleanse my room and shit after.
Oh,
I did
really?
that. Yeah, I would wake up to her like cleansing my room and be like, what the fuck are you doing in my room?
Would it
I'm
like,
not a demon. Go back to sleep.
would it happen like anywhere at any time, or
Yeah, it can happen
like
anywhere.
you'd be out in public and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
wow.
Fuck.
Like I remember one weird time I was like, I want to say I was like 22. I was out at a restaurant like during the day getting coffee, and I just saw like a figure outside real quick, and I was like, the fuck did I just see? Like, am I
Right.
going insane, or
Right,
did
right.
that?
Like a human figure,
Yeah.
right? Damn.
Wait, you saw a human out
Like-
in public?
People go into public sometimes.
Fuck that.
Think it was a Squatch?
I'd like to hear about the poltergeist, though.
Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Both fucking hands on the.
so
Let's do it.
I'm shaking.
we moved into that house when I was 13, you know, and that was already when I knew I could feel shit.
Right.
So me and my brother felt stuff, and my sister and my mom thought we were insane. And my room was an add-on to the house.
So your brother can do it. Your brother has
yeah,
it too.
Yeah. So we would talk about it.
Right.
And my room was an add-on, so it wasn't really affected by the house.
Right.
So I would have to, his room was the den, and I would have to walk through his room to get to my room, and there was like something in there every time I would walk in there, like I felt something, and it didn't feel good.
Right.
And so
Is the feeling like when like you feel like
it feels
eyes
like
on
heavy.
you?
It felt heavy
Like
and like
oppressive.
like heavy and like get out of here.
Oh.
Don't walk through here. So I'd always run through there like fuck. I
an
just want-"
intuitive feeling, not,
Yeah.
not like a physical.
It was like that just all the time, right? Like even
Anytime I'd go
even
in-
if all the lights were on and you could see everywhere.
And I would always turn the light on,
Yeah.
obviously. So I remember the first time I noticed something happening was like, besides the feeling, was when I got home from school one day, and of course I was home alone. And I went into the kitchen to go get a snack, and like the stove was on. Not like the fire, but like the
switch.
The gas.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And I smelled it, and I was like, how long has that fucking been on? Like, Mom, what the fuck? And so I turned it off, and like the next few days, every time I would come home, it was on the same level too.
Oh, like the exact same
Yeah,
notch?
yeah.
Ghost just trying to cook some din-dins.
You need help?
Where the pain?
The next thing that would happen, because, you know, you're fucking 13, 14-year-old, and like your older siblings are always fucking gone, and your mom's drunk all the time and gone.
Oh.
And so the next thing that started happening was like the weekends, like everyone would be gone, and obviously I was home alone. And
did you not have friends?
I had some friends, but I would, you know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be
sometimes I would stay home. You know, you
That's
don't
a
have
thing
to,
that happens.
You can stay home, and
You don't have to go
I
out
was
every
13
time
or
and
14.
drink,
What do you
Alex.
think I'm doing when I'm staying
All
home?
right, my apologies.
So, so
Masturbation.
So spell it out.
So when girls masturbate,
Jesus.
they gotta light
you
candles.
need to be alone.
With spooky ghosts.
Yes.
Lend a helping hand.
Turntable.
Turn the stove on.
Fuck. The gas is on.
I can only get off to the smell of gas now.
Okay, anyways.
I masturbate solely at gas stations.
So one of the first, you know, like one of the maybe second weird thing that happened was we had an alarm and we had a basement.
Right.
And the basement door was right next to the alarm, and the only way to lock the basement door was with like this latch lock. And so in the middle of the night, you know, 2 or 3 a.m., the fucking spooky hour.
It is the spooky hour.
It's 3 a.m., right?
Or 3 or 3:30.
Yeah, the witching
It's
hour.
3 a.m. 3:33 a.m., you know. 3.
Like I said.
So the alarm started going off like at that time. It would start going off in the middle of the night when my family was gone.
As if something was walking around.
And it would always be the fucking basement door.
He's trying to leave. He's like, how
And my dog, not only that, we had a dog. And there was the door right here, the basement door over here, you know.
Would your
like
dog not go near it?
The outside door was right here. The dog would be barking at the door.
Oh, yeah.
So all I would do, because I was like, I don't want to deal with this shit right now. It wasn't that stupid bitch from a scary movie.
Let's go check it out.
Falls down the stairs.
My leg.
So I would close the door, turn the alarm off, go get my dog, and take her to my room. Like, we're
Right.
going to fucking sleep.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What else happened?
I think for me, I know animals can like sense shit like
Yeah.
that, and that's always like a thing for me is like when a dog is like barking at a random wall and they're not old and senile, you're
in
like
the corner.
She wasn't old.
Yeah.
Kyle tells me our dogs Remy and Boogie will like get up in the middle of the night and bark into the empty hallway like outside his door all day, like not every night but every couple nights, and he's like, fuck no.
God damn.
That den was haunted.
Yeah. So that whole fucking house is haunted.
Did anything else ever happen?
Well, anytime I was in my sister's room, she had the attic. The entrance to the attic was in.
Oh, why is she sleeping in an attic?
She would sleep in the attic. No, the entrance to the attic was in her closet. So, in her room.
Oh my god, it's like a horror movie.
It like doesn't affect me anymore. I'm just like, oh yeah, that fucking happened.
That was weird.
That was weird. Anyways, so we would be like playing fucking Uno. I don't know what fucking sisters do.
Right.
We'd be playing some shit.
They masturbate, right?
Masturbating together. And we.
Back to back.
You know, as you do.
She was teaching
As
me.
siblings.
She was teaching me the right way to do it, and I would hear.
I would just smack it. I
I
didn't know to
remember-
rub.
Slap it around.
So, I remember I started hearing piano music coming from her attic, and I was like, "Hey,
This is like a movie.
am I going crazy, or do you hear that too?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I hear that all the time. Just fucking ignore it."
What the fuck?
And I was like, "Really? You're gonna ignore that?" She's like, "Yeah, I hear it all the time." I'm like, "What's wrong with you?"
I thought you were playing records up there.
And then yeah, so
And
they
it's piano music, right?
piano music.
Like
Okay.
ragtime, like
Why-
slow, like what kind of
It
piano?
was like, you know, like jazz. No.
Right. Some slow jazz.
The fucking
Some Stevie.
that Star Wars song that they
Right. Why do I always feel like whenever there is like anything like that plays an instrument, it's always a piano?
It's fucking Eyes
And
Wide
I don't-
Shut.
We don't. The thing is, like, we were always too scared to go up there to see if there was a
Great
piano,
movie,
so we
great
don't
movie.
know.
So you don't even know if there was actually
No.
a piano
Like,
or not?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Did
know.
you
Sounds
never-
like we got to go back.
So you just never went in the attic?
Little boys on the road.
Well, I know who owns the house, so I guess I could go back.
Right.
Call them. Be like, hey.
Can we all go?
Every
Can we all
time,
go?
Forward
and
in your
Yeah,
house?
we could all go. Every time I drive by that, it's in Bakersfield.
Guys, she gave us the okay. We're all going to the house, right?
Next episode, little
so-
boys hit the road.
Anytime I drive by that house, I feel it too.
Okay.
It's still there.
Right.
It just stares at you at the
I
window.
feel it.
Can we
Oh,
get
hey, I miss
can we
you.
get that entity on the podcast?
No.
I'm joking. Fuck that.
So
We can do it at your house.
that's so
Okay.
fucking weird.
The main thing that happened.
So I know for a fact, like I don't believe in that stuff, just because I don't have personal
Yeah.
experience with it. But I know if I had the same experiences with you do, I would like absolutely be like, yeah, there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
it's
wait,
real.
Alex. Does it seem like she's lying?
No.
Does it seem like she's crazy?
No.
So now that you're hearing firsthand experience, does that change your opinion?
Well,
Yeah, a
he
little
needs-
bit.
So do you believe it now?
Well, you're the first person I've known to like actually have like stories about it.
Okay, really? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I know so many people. Maybe it's just Bakersfield.
no, I,
Haunted town.
yeah, I don't know if it's or people just don't tell me stories. I don't
Or
know.
maybe people that can like sense
Group
it,
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
They
like
sense each other.
gravitate towards.
You're a
it.
magnet for it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, weird shit happens to me all the time.
Right.
Like me.
Yeah, what the
Okay, so the stove always turned on to the same point. Was there like a specific number?
Two.
Fuck, that's
It was trying to get to 3, I know it.
Of course.
It never learned to count. That's why it's haunting the
try to
place.
get.
Fuck, how do I do this again?
That one.
And I know that the people that lived there before moved because it was haunted.
Oh, really?
Did you guys move, or how long did
Yeah,
you stay?
we fucking moved. We lived there for like 2 years.
Do you know?
Did you move because of that?
No.
Do you
Because-
know if like anyone ever died on the grounds or anything like that? Because I think
I
those
know.
records are public.
I know that house was built in like the 1920s.
Yeah, someone died there.
And yeah,
Guaranteed.
I don't know. I didn't look that up.
Right. So you
At
said
the time, I had AOL dial-up. You know, the trials, not even like the full.
Now that's fucking spooky.
900 hours.
Yeah, that was the scariest part
Yeah.
of that house.
the dial up.
Are you ready for that story?
Trying to watch porn at night, it's a fucking nightmare. I'd rather get haunted.
So you said there's like something in the basement, right? Or in the den, I guess is what you call it.
Yeah, there's
It's like
something
a
in the den, and there was something in the basement.
Right.
You don't think it was the same thing?
So
I don't think so.
You said like you'll get information from stuff. Did you ever like get any context or like any feelings
The
from
thing
anything?
was,
or?
I started getting information after I
Okay.
moved, so that's why I would. That's the only reason why I would want to go back to that house.
Is to see what you
Yeah.
would learn now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You said there was a main thing, right?
Yeah. Give it to us.
Okay.
Lay it on me.
A what thing?
So
A main event that
Oh,
happened.
oh, I'm
the
sorry.
biggest event that
This
you
is-
keep fucking
this-
interrupting.
This was the build up.
I'm not-
The
I'm not trying to interrupt.
anticipation.
I'm trying to do an interview. I'm sorry.
Try harder.
So one weekend when everyone was gone, I had a friend over, and
We were masturbating.
we were masturbating together in my sister's
I'm
room.
sensing a theme.
My growing up was rough.
It's all we had.
That's all we had in Bakersfield. Are you fucking kidding me?
No malls, just puss.
Oh my god. No mom. You work with what you got.
I worked it well.
I worked it.
So, I had a friend. I had a friend over, and
And I freaked it.
and I didn't have a cell phone at the time because like at the time, you know,
Right.
kids
That's how
age.
kids were,
Kids
kids.
didn't have cell phones.
I would keep the house phone by me just in case because it was like my safety. And
Right.
so we were watching like Lost or some shit, and we're both in the living room. I'm laying on one couch, she's laying on the other. So I go to check to see, like for some reason I was like, is the phone there? Like, and that never really
Right.
happened to me. So I went to go check to see if it was still there, and it wasn't.
Like the one time you have that
Yeah.
thought.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, did you touch the phone? Oh, what was her fucking name? Brianna. Yeah, that was her real name. Yeah. Brianna.
Sounds like a bitch.
She's on meth now. Anyways.
Shout out to Brianna.
This
Meth in
podcast
it
is
up.
sponsored
Hope you get
by
better.
Brianna.
My sister's name's Brianna.
I mean, I'm sure this experience caused that, but
Oh, did she like?
I'm not done with.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What happened?
You see what I mean, Alex? You see what I mean? Just let her fucking talk.
I'm interested. I'm sorry.
What happened?
Hold your interest.
What happened? Tell me.
And then.
Brandon, have you heard this story?
No, I don't think so. No, yeah,
I told
yeah,
you the
yeah. I
fucking
have.
story. Anyways,
Well, I guess Brandon.
I don't listen to you.
I'm just Tinder girl.
I'm
Tinder bitch.
Tinder bitch.
So we're gonna fuck now.
Fucking wait.
Okay.
Okay.
So the phone wasn't
The
there.
phone
right?
wasn't there, and I was like, "Did you touch the phone?" She's like, "No. Why would I touch the phone?" And I was like, "All right." So let's check the couch cushions, because I was like, well, it could be down on the couch cushions. So we checked the couch cushions. Wasn't there. I checked both couches.
Rational.
Oh, yeah, 2 couches.
And so I paged the phone, and it sounded like it was coming from the basement.
Fuck.
And this is at that house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So where the fuck have you been? So
He's been interrupting.
Well, we didn't.
Yes,
we didn't.
it was
specify
at the
that
spook house.
Okay.
This is the main event of the Poltergeist. That's why it's the main event. That's why she was building up with all the stories at the house. If you stop fucking interrupting.
I'm just trying to fucking clarify.
All right, anyway.
Mate, you wouldn't need to clarify if you listened.
To clarify, yes, it was at the
Okay.
spooky house. So
Interrupt. Go for it.
so I paged.
You're interrupting right now.
Shut the fuck up. So okay. So
Natural.
anyway.
She's a natural.
So it sounded like it was coming from the basement. And at the time, I'm super religious. Start fucking freaking out. I think it was the first anxiety attack I've ever had. And I'm like, can we fucking pray, Brianna? So we held hands and we prayed. And we prayed out loud. And I had memorized some prayers that my grandpa told me to remember.
Mm-hmm.
And we did that. And I was like, okay, I feel better. Let's go back to watching Lost. So we did. And that'll make me feel better. So I want to say 30 minutes goes by, having a great time,
Lossing it up.
What season of Lost was it?
Abraham.
Huh?
What season of Lost was
I
it?
don't. Season 1 probably.
Was Hurley still alive? He's the best.
Spoilers.
I didn't even fucking finish that show.
Hurley never
I got so
died in
fucked
the
up.
I
in
never
that
watched
show.
it.
They were all dead.
So. So we prayed and we felt better. 30 minutes goes by, and I want to say that the house has carpet. There's carpet, and 30 minutes goes by, and you hear in the hallway,
Like a smack?
on the ground. Yeah, like that, loud like that.
Like
on
a
the-
thud.
You
on
wouldn't hear that on carpet.
on the fucking on the carpet.
Something that shouldn't be happening, right? Just a
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah, and we had animals and shit, but they can't fucking do that.
Fucking jumping.
Well, yeah,
It's not like they have boots on.
Yeah,
like,
no,
what's
when you hear animals, you know what animal sounds are, and
animal sounds. Yeah.
It wasn't one of
like
them.
them licking themselves. Yeah.
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 It wasn't that.
Continue.
It wasn't that this time.
Can we round back to that real quick?
How does it sound when a dog licks itself?
So.
All right.
Dog was outside.
All right.
Outside of me.
So we both look over because, why the fuck wouldn't you?
Right.
And I see this little object on the floor. And house phones, how you can like push off the back. Of the
Yeah,
phone,
yeah.
The battery. It was the back of the phone pushed off. And I ran to go grab it, and it was hot, so I threw it down. I was like, "It's the back of the phone, and it's hot." And
It was back of the phone?
It was just the back of the phone,
Just the plastic cover.
the plastic cover. I'm assuming it was hot from the batteries or something. And so I threw it down, and she's like, "It's the back of the phone." I'm like, "Yeah, it's the back of the phone." And so we're both freaking out. I was like, "What do we do?" And we just were freaking out for a little bit. And I was like, I had this feeling. I was like, we need to check the couch cushions again. And so we checked the couch cushions, and right under where I was laying was the phone.
And it wasn't there before.
No, it wasn't fucking there before.
You were farting, and that's why it was hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Hold on. I need to just kind of
okay,
process.
clarify,
So
yes.
What kind of phone
you were
was it?
hanging
It
out.
was a house phone.
Okay, so you're hanging out.
Which house?
You always
The spooky
have
house.
the phone in the one spot, right? Is what
Yes,
you said.
yes.
And the one time you decide to check that it's there, it's not there.
It's not fucking
So you page it.
Page it. Sounds like it's coming from the
doesn't
basement.
even sound like it's in your room.
No.
In the basement.
It's in the
sounded
basement.
like
the
it was in
den.
the basement.
So then 30 minutes go by after you do the prayer.
Yeah.
and then you hear a thud.
Yeah.
And the thud is just the back of the phone.
Yes.
And then you check your couch.
I had a feeling to check the couch. Oh, fuck. I had this feeling.
But you forget that the back of the phone was hot to the touch.
Okay, so the back of the phone was hot.
And it was plastic,
and
right?
when you checked the phone and found it under the couch, did it not have the back on it?
No, it didn't.
How the fuck did it get there?
Poltergeist, bitch.
I think.
Anyways.
Welcome to the spook zone.
Welcome to the spook.
Bitch.
So,
Are ghosts real now?
So are you trying to process still before I go on?
No,
Which house
my
was
brain
this?
is like trying to.
Spooky house.
Sorry,
Funny. It's just my brain is like trying to like
No,
rationalize.
I get that because
Yeah.
I've told this story so many times and so many people will ask me.
I'm trying to get it like ghosts aren't real, so how does it happen?
No, like
I used to shake telling this story,
Right.
and now it doesn't.
It doesn't affect
I don't
you.
feel anything.
Michael J. Fox shaking.
I don't feel anything anymore. I'm numb.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Please continue.
Okay, so the back of the fucking phone was under the cushion, and I pick it up and it's on, and I put it up to my ear and it sounds like someone's on there. So
You didn't tell me this part.
Yeah, I fucking did.
I forgot.
You forget everything.
Yeah.
But so it's on. It sounds like so. It's okay,
holding
guys.
I can't do
It's
this.
okay. I'm not the stupid bitch from.
I can't fucking
Scary
do
Movies.
this.
So it sounds like someone's on there, and I'm like, oh fuck! So I turn it off.
Good call.
I put the back of the phone back on the phone.
Right.
And I run and go put it on the charger, and I run down the hallway from whence it came, and I grab the other phone and run back like with my eyes closed because I don't want to see if anything's in there.
Right.
That's smart. You still grabbed the phone. That was a good move.
But every time you would use that phone afterwards, it sounded like someone was on the phone, and it would pick up radio signals.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, like it fucked with some shit.
It
possessed the phone.
That was actually happening earlier with me and Tara. I was fucking around with our amp and a guitar, and the amp started picking up frequencies.
My amp did that once too. It like picked up a radio.
If I like,
it started playing like radio stuff, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's common.
The battery would drain really fast too.
Oh, really?
The ghost is like, play good shit. Play this.
I don't want to listen to your conversation.
One Bob Seger.
That's fucking creepy though.
She told me, and like I remember thinking like, oh, that's kind of not proof, but like, do you know the idea that like spirits are magnetic fields and shit?
Yeah.
They're just residual.
I feel like it was just taking the whatever from the battery.
That's a very inexplicable situation.
Fuck all of that.
I can't think of a proper way to explain that.
I think the phone being hot is it being transported in the ghost's hands and just heating it up because it's a lot of energy.
So you checked that cushion and it wasn't there.
It wasn't fucking there before.
And then
and I had the feeling to check it again, and it was there.
And it was there.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this happened because you randomly had the feeling to do something you don't ever have the feeling to do.
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Feelings,
Spooky.
intuition.
Feelings.
Feelings.
Spooktober, everybody.
There we go.
And you don't fuck with Ouija boards, right?
Never.
Yeah.
That's like asking for it.
I've always been told not to. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would I do that when this shit happens to me?
Exactly.
She doesn't need it. You pick up stuff from stuff sometimes, right?
Pick up stuff from,
cleaning up
places,
the parks, the local parks.
You know how
I go to
I
Savers
love
a lot
nature.
and get some stuff.
No, but like, tell us the first time you like got a story from a person or entity.
It was also in my best friend's house, the one that I saw the little girl in.
Right.
So she was in the shower, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking sit here and try to feel some shit. And so I sat there with like my hands up, and I started feeling like this overwhelming sensation of like sadness, and I couldn't help myself but to cry. And she came back, and I was just fucking crying. She's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know why I'm sad." Like, I told her I tried to feel whatever was in here, and
right.
It like I felt the sadness, and I also felt something touch my hand. This cold sensation touched my hand. Yeah.
Fuck. The lights just turned off.
Oh fuck.
Oh, shit.
Your mom.
Is your house haunted?
A ghost!
Is that a phone? Who was phone?
Who was phone? Fuck.
What's a phone?
How do they work?
Then who was?
Why did that dog sound like it changed spots?
Ooh, I don't know. It's in the backyard.
My neighbors have dogs, and they don't bark that much.
Why though?
Well, like earlier I heard
I'm
it
here.
over there, and then like I heard it like over here. I was like, oh.
There's neighbors there's people that
We're
exist.
surrounded by neighbors.
There was a weird experience, like kind of recently, like I want to say 3 months ago.
Lay it on us, man.
I was in Santa Cruz at this fucking, what is that place called? The Tap House? I don't fucking know. I was
The brewery there?
There was some beer.
I
was
think
there.
it's called the Tap House.
Yeah.
I know beer.
I was at the Tap House getting some beer, chilling.
Some brews.
And I was getting some brews with
With the
boys.
brats.
Yeah.
Some brews with these
Yeah,
dudes.
good. And this guy comes in with I like also attract weird people.
Yeah.
I can tell.
That's why I'm here.
What do you mean?
That's why you're on our podcast.
I'm normal.
What does weird mean?
Norm.
I mean, you did look at Brandon's Tinder profile and be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
Did he have
Because
a
I
picture
hit her
of
with that
swords
super
when you hit
like.
him
That's
up?
why.
You know what? No one laughed at that. I thought that was way
What was
funnier.
that?
Did he have the picture of him with the swords? when you
I
hit him
think
up?
so.
Fuck yeah.
And I was like, fuck.
You're welcome, Brandon.
Oh, thank
So-
you, Daddy.
That wasn't,
was like,
that
"Cut
wasn't
me
what
up."
did it for me, but go on. Anyways, so I was at this place getting some beers, and this guy comes in wearing this. He's wearing all black. He's wearing a hat and sunglasses, and I'm like, I looked at him right away. I was like, oh no, he's gonna talk to me. 'Cause
You
I
like
had the
knew.
feeling.
Yeah.
Pretty conceited.
That's me. The
Talk to me. Talk to
narcissist.
me.
So he comes in, gets some beer, and he's looking. Well, I had that feeling because he was looking at me the whole
Right.
time. Like he had his sunglasses on, but I also felt it. I was sitting like facing the window outwards, and he was behind me getting beer, and I felt him looking at me, and I was like, oh shit. So he came and sat by me in the seat next to me, and he was staring at me, and he was speaking French. And I took French for a while, so I kind of understood some things he was saying. So he said something about what is it, voodoo, and
what the fuck?
he was like, if you I was like, I don't speak a lot of I don't speak French
Right.
fluently. Like, how the fuck did you know? And
No
He just-
habla, little frog.
no
just-
hablo,
yeah.
bro. And so he was like, oh well, if you need us, we'll be over here. And he like pointed to like this building outside, and I was like,
What?
yeah.
Wait,
And so he drank some beer, and then he walked over to this building and went inside, and I was like, what the fuck? Did I just get invited to some voodoo shit?
What?
Did you go into the building?
No.
Damn it.
You think I'm that bitch?
Yeah.
would have
I'm
made
not
for a
that
great
bitch.
story.
To be
It would have.
To be fair, if we were all hanging out and someone did that too,
If I
guys,
had-
we're going to the building, right?
Yeah, if I had more people with me, yeah.
Yeah. Was it just you?
No, I was with this other guy who was like also into spirit shit,
Oh, okay.
and we were talking about it at the time, and it was like we attracted.
It was just
him there.
weird timing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come check out my voodoo building.
People
My
Voodoo
people are
building.
definitely conduits for things, I think.
Yeah.
And people definitely attract other people that are similar like them.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and Brandon have a friend named Seth, and Seth is like a really weird conduit for other fucking weird people. I don't know how it happens, but like it's just that way, I guess.
Yeah. It'd
Yeah.
be like that.
Yeah.
It does be like that.
That's weird though. He just started speaking to you in French.
Yeah.
And he assumed you understood French.
Yeah. Well, I looked really fancy that day.
Oh.
To be fair,
I was holding a bunch of baguettes.
I was wearing a striped shirt.
I was in a mime outfit.
I had my beret on.
And my little mustache.
And I was saying, a lot.
And I was doing the.
I had a DVD copy of Abelia sticking out of my backpack.
And I was also talking about it.
I'm French. I'm France.
And-
Franck.
And so he just said, well, if you need us, we'll be over here.
Yeah, and
In English?
yeah, he said that in English.
Did
That
he
is
have
a-
an
With an
accent?
accent.
Okay.
And
That'd be even weirder if it's just perfect English.
After he left, one of the workers came up to me and she was like, "What did he say to you?" And I was like, "Well, something about voodoo, and that he'd be over there if I needed him." So.
That
Damn.
sentence in context is terrifying.
Yeah. What
It's
do you
like a fucking.
If you need me, we will be. Like, who's we?
What the fuck? So
Like,
many questions.
Do you have any idea, like, if have you thought about like what he might have been trying to do, or
No, I have no.
Sacrifice.
I have no fucking idea.
right?
Summoning demons. Summoning.
But I don't do that shit.
Yeah.
No.
But
To be-
the
to be-
guy I was with did black magic though, and maybe that was it.
That's not good.
That's no good.
Wait, what's wrong with black
Oh,
magic?
okay.
There's
Fucking
white magic,
racist.
there's black magic, and there's voodoo and other shit.
I actually
white is
don't. I
objectively
actually
the
don't know
best.
the difference between white and black magic.
Black magic is
Demons,
Is black magic like summoning?
witches,
Well,
and demons,
some
and cutting
people,
up frogs.
Okay, some people do a mixture of both, so they have like a balance.
Right.
And then some people do white magic because they want to be like the good witch. And then some people just do black magic because they fucking hate everybody.
Would white magic be like sage burning and crystals and
yeah,
stuff?
well, you can also do that, but for bad things. But
Yeah.
not like sage burn, but yeah.
Oh, so is that the difference? It's your intent with
It's
the
the
magic.
intent.
Okay.
So you can do the same shit with different intent.
Same
It's just-
shit, different day. Yeah.
Same shit, different magic, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the seminal movie Hocus Pocus?
I haven't seen that movie since I was like 9.
It's a great movie.
I
It is a
watch
good
that movie every year.
Oh, really?
Every day.
Every day when I get home.
Before I
from
came
school.
here, after I leave,
I masturbate to it.
at work, on my breaks.
I don't remember a lot about it, but that one hot witch.
Oh, what's her name?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
looks good in that movie.
The horse.
She looked good in that movie.
That horse looks real
Compared
good.
to the
in that
other
movie.
witches, she looked
Her,
good.
yeah, it was her, and then the main witch, the redhead. What's her name?
Oh fuck.
Lynn-
Bette Midler.
Bette Midler's so fucking funny.
She's the one with the
Fant-
buck teeth, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. She kills it in that role.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's
You're the one who
actually-
said you haven't seen it when you were in fucking
She
9?
saw it.
I've seen it.
She knows what I'm talking about.
Whatever. Fuck you guys.
It's like that Bredenik sketch where he's like
Skeech?
It's like him going. It's like him going back.
It's like the skeech.
Anyway, Skeech comedy.
Skeech comedy.
It's like you're fucking Nordic.
Like,
Hey, my
I read
nerd.
sketch comedy.
Go on. It's like that sketch.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
Good.
Wow. Is that what you do to make him forget?
Fucking rip on him, yeah. And this is why he's aggressive
That's
when
why
he
he
texts.
needs clarification. 'Cause he just-
It's because I go home and I'm having all those thoughts.
You'll remember it later in the middle of the night. That's what I was going to say.
I'm gonna
That's-
mention how his dad left.
That's creepy though. Just everything.
Yeah. And that's not even like all the stuff I've experienced. Yeah.
So I guess my question is, when you feel things,
Are you
is
fucking
it?
lying?
Why would you come on my show and lie to my eyes?
Is it like overwhelming?
It can be. When it first started happening, it was
Right.
overwhelming, and I wouldn't be able to sleep because I didn't know how to close my third eye.
Like when we say it's overwhelming,
Keeps you up.
right? Did you ever hear voices, or is it just feelings and emotions?
Feelings and emotions.
Okay.
No audible, like out loud.
Right.
voices.
I guess when you start hearing voices, that's
Then
when
you're
shit
like,
gets
yeah,
serious.
maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah. Oh god, that creeps me out.
It doesn't really scare me
Anymore, yeah. It
Like-
sounds like you're. I don't want to say jaded because it sounds like I'm being rude, but I
I'm
guess
so jaded.
callous to it. I want to say.
my
over
spirituality is calloused.
Fuck.
So the thing that still weirds me out is that I only ever get information from male
Oh, really?
entities, and
Oh.
I've never been able to get information from female entities.
Do you know if it goes vice versa for like men?
I know that no.
Okay.
I think it's just me in particular.
That's a weird
Maybe
caveat.
it's like me remembering my mom telling me, "Oh, demons come in the form of females, children,
Right.
and like all that shit, like things you can trust." I'm like, "Oh, so you can't trust men? Okay, okay, mom, cool. I'll talk to them."
Right.
Man.
So you said your grandfather did exorcisms?
Yes.
Do you think that has anything to do with?
I think maybe he feels the same kind of stuff, but he doesn't want to talk about it.
He doesn't. He like just ignores it.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Like
Probably
it was
for, like-
passed down, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I guess that is the thing, right? If spirituality is real, then bloodlines are affected by that stuff, right?
Yeah. Also insanity, but you know. Yeah.
Schizophrenia
I'm
runs
not
in the
saying-
family.
It kind of does.
Oh my god.
It does.
Your reflection
I've a
scared the
friend.
shit out of me. I saw it like in the door.
Oh, he's spooked.
I'm spooked.
He's so scared.
Alex, you gotta take me home. Walk me to my car.
What else do you want to know?
What's one thing you want to say?
people first experiencing it.
No, like, so I don't think you're the type of person to like want to change minds and stuff, but I feel like with shit like this, you kind of want people who don't believe to like understand. Is there some shit you'd want to say to someone or to those folks that are just like, ghosts aren't real? Or like this shit's
Well, the
fake?
only thing I ever really tell people is like, well, I like understand that point because I used to think the same thing, but it's like you have to experience it to see that. You can't just blatantly say, "Oh, that's not fucking real," when so
Subjective
many people
knowledge.
when so many people experience it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying.
And that's
like,
why I think
feel like
aliens
if I had
exist.
experiences, it would change my idea on it.
And
Yeah.
that's why the Earth is flat.
Yes.
See, but your point, like, if you experience it, you will know it's real, like, for sure. But if people who've experienced it tell you their experiences, isn't that, like...
proof enough, kind of?
Yeah, it's just 1 degree off.
Let me tell you about my personality, Brandon. I learned things the hard way.
Yeah, that's
Here
why
we fucking go tonight.
We're going to Bakersfield.
You're talking
Let's go.
shit, Alexander.
Fucking
bunch of ghosts with bats. I'm gonna break your fucking legs. You believe me now? You piece of shit.
They're in different era clothing, like with the fucking Shakespeare neck things.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I just have like one experience of something, but like it was so long ago, and it's
How
not
old
clear
were
to
you?
me. I want to say I was probably like 8 or 9.
Okay.
And I was like,
yeah, okay.
what?
A ripe boy.
I was like
Right,
sleeping
for
in
the
my
picking.
aunt's house, and it was like late at night or something. And I
Yeah.
remember like looking in the hallway, and it was like greenish tint, and like it wasn't ever green before.
Yeah.
And there was like a silhouette of something, but like it's really vague to me. So like,
So
that's,
maybe it was a dream. Maybe
Yeah,
it wasn't.
so that's why I'm
Maybe
not
you were
sure.
Seeing shit, like
But-
psychosis. Who knows?
yeah, but like, right.
You know, the usual
The
thing.
usual thing.
But like, I just remember like one specific image is so clear it's not a dream because I don't have clear images in dreams ever. Like I have like ideas and stuff, but not like I can like picture it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my one thing with it, but I haven't had anything since.
Oh yeah.
But it was like an old house in like downtown off like Race Street, if you know where that is. It's like one of the older houses that they have.
Yeah.
I've
yeah,
had, I've
I
had
know
dreams
those.
of houses, like addresses of houses. That
Oh, really?
I feel like
Sorry.
that
go
I
on.
feel like I should go to, but there was one night that I was like set on getting to this house because I knew the address,
Right.
and I drove with my friend to find it, but it was in the ghetto, and I was like, they aren't gonna want me to come into their fucking house and see if it's haunted.
Right. What if it fucking was though?
I'm sure it was.
What if they're like, it is?
I'm sure it fucking was.
I
Wait, hold on. I was gonna say something.
He was,
No, please.
My mom fucking told me some shit. Yesterday. She was saying she had a dream about this house before she fucking moved into this house.
Oh, I had a dream about the Poltergeist house too before we moved in there.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what it looked like or anything, but I had a dream about what it looked like.
See, that's shit
Like-
like that is proof that time is like
not real.
it is
This
one
is
thing.
a simulation.
Fuck, could be.
I definitely don't think time's linear.
No, that's what it implies.
Yeah.
It's wait, hold on. Let me think. Time
Let him
is
think.
like space. It's
The
just
gears are turning.
It's vast and open.
no. You're thinking too fucking small, Alex.
It's open and vast.
Like if an ant was on here, it would just know forward and back. It would not know depth. That's us with time. We only know forward.
Right.
We know back, but we can't go back.
We don't have the means to fully perceive it.
Yeah, so like, but there's part of
Go
us,
back
I
in
guess.
Memories.
But it's not actually going back. It's not going back in
Is
space
it?
time.
Is it though?
But yeah, like if you can have dreams about future places or places that you're going to go, like that's not just creating shit in your head. It's like you're accessing some different part of like the time space continuum.
Is that kind of what like deja vu is?
I think it is.
Deja
I get
vu,
deja vu
I
a lot.
fucking hate it. I hate the feeling of being somewhere, having an exact thought,
yeah.
and being like, why have I thought about this before?
I've had deja vu dreams. I have a theory. It's like your brain remembering that moment and you accessing it like right then. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a
It's like
hiccup or a skip.
Different dimension kind of.
Right.
thing.
I had my great grandfather on my mother's side. He was full Mexican. he had.
Did we need to know that?
Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
But it
Ay,
revolves into
caramba.
what I'm talking about. He was full Catholic, and he's from Mexico, so they're really religious. And he had 14 kids. And what he would do is, he was a really good drawer, and he would sit down and have people draw. with him.
Artist.
And
Not drawer.
art.
He
Fucking
can be
artist.
He can be a drawer if he wants to be a fucking drawer.
No, it's a drawer.
Well, technically,
Socks.
technically, an artist is a bit of a broad term. He would be a sketcher, and illustrator, but
Okay.
whatever.
Good.
If you
Narrow-
want to argue
narrow it down.
semantics, you cuck. My nana told me this story that when I never met him, he died long before I was alive.
Did you say cuck? Go on.
If he ever sat you down at the table and he drew you, the next day he would have a dream about you, and he'd have a dream about your future, and it would always be accurate. And my nana told me, like, everybody would stop letting him do it because they don't want to know what's going to happen because it always played out that way.
That reminds me, I used to work at this
That'd be a
cafe.
good premise for a fucking movie or story. Sorry.
You're gonna be addicted to memes.
We're all addicted. I used to work at this
Truth.
this cafe, and there was this woman who would come in every day, and she touched my hand one day, and I felt really weird about it, and I didn't know anything about it.
Are you like Bruce Willis from Unbreakable?
So I walked to the back to make a sandwich or something, and I told one of my coworkers, and they're like, "Oh, you know, she can she's like psychic, right? Whenever she touches people, she knows about their future." And I was like, "Oh, is that why you never let her touch you?" And she came in, she looked at me really weird after that. I'm like, what the fuck is going to happen in my life?
You're going to be on a podcast.
Yeah. I always wished I met my great-grandfather because I was always interested. Because my nana said, it was always bad news. And it always happened exactly the way he said it would.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She said it was either a few days in advance or a few weeks in advance. But it always played out that way.
Always bad news.
Yeah.
Maybe if you believe it will happen.
Right. So what reminded me about this, though, and I have another subject, is what you guys were talking about, when you have dreams about houses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work with a girl named Chrissy at Apple in Sacramento, and she was religious, and she said God used to talk to her. And so I didn't believe her. And she told me a story, and she explained it to me to where a kid was missing on the news, and they couldn't find him. And she said she heard a voice talk to her and tell her where the kid was. And she called the police and told them what they said, and they fucking found him in that building.
See, I fucking believe that shit because I have other shit that I...
Yeah, I got chills when she told me that.
Yeah.
She was not bullshitting me.
Yeah.
She was being serious.
I'd be fucking hyped as fuck. I was yeah, I was fucking right.
That's awesome.
Woo!
She said the voice
Big
told
ups.
her the voice told her the color of a building on a corner of this park, and she called the police anonymously and said it.
Yeah.
And they found him 2 hours later in that building.
What if she just lied to you and said
She was the one who did it.
yeah,
She framed a man.
She was in on it.
she stole the fucking kid.
You're gonna stay here.
The
I
perfect
believe
crime.
that shit. I believe
Yeah.
that shit.
I think she was one of the first people to tell me a story like that, and me actually believe it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I wouldn't have believed any of this. I didn't grow up in a religious household at all. My dad was very anti-religious, but I'm open to it,
Well,
I
the
guess.
thing was, we didn't really start being religious till my parents got divorced. So
Got a safe face.
yeah, save face. We
Right.
believe in God now, kids.
But I
We didn't work, but we're religious.
I would literally get dragged to church.
It was in
Ah,
God's
right.
I would get
plan.
bruises on my arms.
I guess what?
My mom would drag
Oh,
me
from
to
dragging you.
Yes.
I was from church? What?
From Jesus.
Jesus, he's
He's
got
gonna-
that,
he would've
he has that
wanted-
grip on me.
He's gonna beat the sin out of you.
But I guess we were saying, though, even if your family wasn't religious at first till the divorce, your grandfather was,
Yeah.
I guess, a cardinal?
My papa.
No, he wasn't a cardinal.
Cardinals live in Rome. They were red.
That's not true.
I don't know exactly
Yeah, they are.
Cardinals
know
don't
exactly,
have to live in Rome.
They do.
I don't know what his title was.
Oh, okay.
They wear the hat.
He just doesn't talk about it.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk about that part of his life, and
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
It's probably
it's probably traumatizing.
He probably
Yeah.
thinks about it enough on his own.
The only thing I know about it is that my dad would go with him sometimes, and one time he had to wait outside, but the guy that they were gonna exercise was sitting outside, and it was a hot day, but when he was breathing, it looked like it was cold.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's the only thing I know about it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
When my dad told me that, and
creepy.
he was not wanting to tell me. I'm like, Dad, come on,
You have to tell me.
give me the deets.
Say more right now.
I remember asking my dad about fucking seeing accidents on dude, he told me some fucked up shit.
on the highway.
Oh, my
Yeah.
dad's told me some fucked up
Yeah.
shit as well, working on
All
construction
dads.
sites. The most fucked up one my dad ever told me was he was on a site and he saw someone up on an electric pole get electrocuted and they went flying off and he's I remember I was like 12 and he explained this to me. He's like, Alex, what do you think happens when that much electricity runs through your body? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, it tries to find its way out. Your fingers, your toes, your asshole, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, they all fucking explode. And I was like, thanks, Dad.
That's so good.
Good talk.
My dad told me a story. There was he works for CHP. They were doing a chase. Guy on a
chase.
What
do you do for a living? Doing a chase.
Do a chase.
Guy was
call it
on.
in.
Sounds like a
We're
fucking
doing a
dog.
chase.
It sounds like a fucking dog that's
We're doing a chase off the 101.
Here we go.
So there was a guy on a motorcycle with a girl on back.
Oh no.
Chasing. I think he crashes into a building. He hits the corner. His head splits, but the girl's pelvis like shatters and breaks. She's still alive. So they have to take her out, but her legs are all fucking bent back. So they have to like push her legs down. She's screaming bloody fucking murder because her pelvis is shattered. To like, yeah. You have to strap her there. Yeah, it's yeah. And then he told me the story. There was a bunch of kids in a car, and
typical.
Like they crashed. I'm not sure why, but he said the kid's hands were still on the steering wheel, and all the bones shattered, and his arms looked like fucking Mr. Fantastic, just because And then I think he said it was either that crash or another one where the frame that holds the windshield came down and severed his fucking femur. Yeah. I think I asked him that because we were watching Death Proof and the shot where the girl's leg fucking fly.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, Dad, does that shit like look real? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, what shit have you seen?
Traumatize me, Daddy.
My dad had a story where it was when they were kids like our age, I think a little bit younger, and they were driving up, not Swigert, the other one.
The one that goes up to the observatory?
Yeah.
Sierra?
Or,
No,
not
Sierra.
that one, the other one. The one near where
Hamilton?
The one where everybody says the albino farm is.
Not Hicks, Hayes, something.
Good friend here.
It might be Hicks.
There's
Hicks
a
Road?
road.
I think
yeah,
so.
I think it's Hicks Road. There's a road over in Milpitas.
My mom says
it
some
goes
shit.
all the way up in the hills, and like they say there's an albino farm out there, and like they say
They'll chase you off the road.
There's
and
another
shit.
story about a witch who cut somebody up and like put him in
Cool.
pieces and hung
Yo,
him from a tree.
my mom's seen some fucked up shit in Allen Rock Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Anyway, so the story was my dad was in a car with 5 other people. It was a truck. There's like 3 people in the back, 2 people in the front. And they were taking around a turn, and it was a drop off. And it was one of the roads where it goes around, and when it goes around, it goes lower.
Right.
The car flipped 3 times, and somebody went flying out that way. And my dad
Off
said,
the cliff?
Yeah. They said the car rolled, so the 3 people that were in the bed of the truck went flying out the car. And my dad says he doesn't remember anything after that. He just remembers walking home with his shirt being covered in blood.
Because he like went to help him?
No, because he was in the car.
Wait, he was in the truck?
Yeah, he was in the front.
Fuck.
And he says he walked home from there.
Oh my god.
That's fucking.
Are they drinking?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Talk about dissociation.
Yeah.
Jesus.
My dad had a fucked up life.
But yeah, the fucked up shit my mom saw, and my mom knows about the albino thing too.
That's just a rumor everybody says.
Apparently, it's not a rumor. If my mom heard that shit
in
in
school, it's like a little
school.
collection of people living in like shanty houses and shit.
Yeah, and they're all albino for some reason.
Fuck yeah.
Do you know the movie
Hell yeah,
River's
right
Edge?
on.
River's Edge?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's based on.
It was a movie in the 90s with Keanu Reeves about
course.
like a high school.
Keanu Reeves.
Full circle, everyone.
Here we go.
It was a movie in the 90s about like a kid in high school who murdered his girlfriend and like
watch
left her
it
body
now.
by the side of a river. It's actually up there.
Oh yeah, there's like a little bridge thing.
Yeah, my uncle actually got into a fist fight with that guy who killed his girlfriend in high school.
Before or after?
Before.
That's why he killed her. Because he lost.
Yeah.
I look like a fucking idiot. You didn't help me, you stupid bitch. Sink.
Yeah, but that's one of those roads that like I actually don't like going up. It's creepy.
Let's go.
Do you? I mean, we last time we went up there, I think with our friends, we were taking a corner and they turned on the headlights and there was a fucking horse just looking at everybody and everybody like actually freaked out.
It's a horse.
Yeah.
Nay.
Nah.
Said that.
Get out. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. It's creepy. There's a lot of side roads you can go around. Oh, please.
On the basement wall, when you open the door, in red was written like shittily, like with paint, "Keep out."
In the house?
Like in the basement, when you first open the door.
Did it show up on its own, or?
It was just there.
Oh, it was just there when you moved in.
And we kept it there.
And you
And it
never
was
decided
nice.
to take it down?
No, like we didn't own the house, so like.
Well, we don't want to mess with the ghosts.
Do you think it might have been the family before?
I don't know.
Sending a fucking warning.
We never
Jesus.
asked them.
Right.
Probably should have. Yeah.
Hey, you want to take a look at this fucking thing?
I'm really interested in this house.
Yeah.
We can go.
For real road
We could
trip.
go, it's on, yeah.
Like, I don't want to make you go if it's going to be bad for you.
It sounds like you want to make her go to show you.
Absolutely.
If you want to go, she has to show you where the fucking house is, Alex. She has
Just
to
give
go.
me the Addy.
All right,
give me
that's
the
it.
Addy, bro.
Next episode, we're recording in there,
1,
boys.
2, 3 Flower Street.
Really? 1, 2, 3?
God, that sounds like a fucking
Yeah, it sounds like
movie, man.
I think it was 1, 2, 3, if I remember
Jesus.
correctly. And it's such a
Someone maps it.
Where'd you say it was? Bakersfield?
Bakersfield.
1, 2, 3 Flower Street, Bakersfield. It actually sounds like a horror movie.
We're all going there, boys. Let's go.
That place is Bakersfield's just.
Have you ever been to like any popular areas where people say stuff is haunted?
I have not.
Okay.
Because.
You try and avoid it?
Fuck that.
You said Flower Street?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Flower Street. I've never been like I was like not comfortable enough to like go into public to those places.
Right.
Because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Right, and then you don't want to like have something bad happen
Yeah.
in public. Yeah. Have you been in a graveyard before?
Oh yeah.
How does?
Oh yeah.
Is that get?
Did it have
I live with one.
Did it have a big tree in the yard?
A big tree. Let me see.
Is that it?
No.
Oh fuck.
Wait,
Dumbass.
did they change it? Hold on a sec. It's across the street.
Oh, thanks, Google.
Maybe it was 126. It's this one over here with the red door.
Oh, fuck! It's like a movie. It's like Insidious.
How do I?
When he goes into the
It's
fucking.
not-
I'll do it. 126.
I think it's that one right there. I don't fucking remember the address.
Let me see if I can move.
What were we just talking about?
Graveyards.
Graveyards.
Yeah, have you ever been in a graveyard? Like, does that?
I've had dreams of graveyards. I used to casually walk through them and like feel
that-
shit. That's the house.
It exists.
Fuck.
She's not lying.
Kind of looks like a spooky house.
You said you know the people that own it?
Yeah, I assume they still own it.
Yeah.
Breaking.
Beanie, baby.
Hey, can we do a seance in your
I
house?
Hey, we're
swear-
trying to
I-
record a podcast.
I swear to God, if we go to the front door and be like, "Hey, I used to live here and I found a bunch of stuff and I'm doing research about it,"
They would let us in.
yeah.
We should have a podcast in the fucking den.
Do you feel like the house is haunted yourself? They'd be like, "Yes, please
Yeah,
help."
like the people before, the only thing I know is that they heard kids laughing at night and running up and down the hallway.
Why is it always fucking kids?
And my brother would see.
Kids are the symbol of
My brother would
innocence.
see like this
Yeah.
tall figure. So
Slenderman.
it just goes
shadow
deeper.
people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the.
That's not what you call black people, Alex.
It's like the juxtaposition. Kids are
Right.
like supposed to be cheerful and innocent.
But like, does an entity take the form of a child, or is it a child that turned into an
I think either or.
entity? Or can an entity choose to represent him or herself on whichever time?
I don't think demons have a rule book.
Entity, not demon. They're different things. We made the distinction earlier.
In general, I call most things entities before I figure out like
What they are, right.
And like even then, like you never really know. Yeah.
Did you just assume that?
Did you just
entity?
assume?
Sorry.
I have a question.
Oh.
Yeah. Alex, can you not talk for a little bit? Thanks.
Am I talking a lot? Just tell me.
I'm trying to talk, and you're just like, hey, fucking shotgun blasting questions at her. Jesus Christ. You also like.
So Aston.
I'm flipping this fucking
What
tape.
house is this in again?
The spooky house.
So you have mentioned to me that you also like see auras on folks and stuff, and other personal stuff. Can we talk about that? Like, do you want to talk about it? Like?
No, we can't.
It's only like okay. It doesn't happen all the time. It's not like I'm actively seeing like colors on people because that would be fucked up. I'm just walking. Just high all the time.
That's called addiction, Brandon.
That's called an acid trip, my
what
man.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, the aura thing, if you could explain that, and also I was going to bring up your spirit guide.
Oh yeah.
And then
Okay.
don't fucking talk. Let her fucking talk.
So auras, Well,
I want to hear her, not you.
back when I started meditating and I was in a meditation group, like a fucking hippie, we would go
Soul Cycle.
Fuck yeah.
Soul Cycle, babe.
We would go outside. It was. Okay, this is gonna sound really bad. Maybe not. I don't know.
Don't worry. I have a jewel.
Okay.
Can't get worse than
this. Is great.
It's not even a real jewel. It's a Joel.
Rock bottom has been hit. We're fine.
Follow them on Instagram. So we would go outside and like meditate with trees and shit. And I know it's. Anyways, so we would all get around this tree and like our backs against it and like hold each other's hands and like feel what the tree was feeling.
Right.
And so like we would come up with this thing like after we meditate, okay, what color is the tree's aura? And we would all say it at one time. And it was usually right. So that was weird. Or maybe like we were all so fucking connected that we felt the same
Y'all
thing.
thought the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. But like different trees had different auras, and then after that like I haven't meditated with the tree since because you know, when you're alone you don't do that shit.
That's only something you have to be convinced into.
I'm like, oh, all right, I'll go meditate with some trees. So after that, like, I started trying to feel people's, and like once you try feeling it, it's easy to feel.
It's like a muscle. You just like
yeah,
work on it.
you just have to exercise it.
So,
wait, hold on. So, like, what are auras?
I would say, and it's an extension of your own energy. Like, like if you know anything about chakras, like it's an extension of your energy.
I watch a lot of Naruto, so I'd say I'm an expert.
You know everything.
You should be telling us.
It's like chi.
So can auras change? Because your chakra balance can change, right?
Yeah, auras can change colors throughout your life.
So there's different auras that
and
like correlate.
They can have like multiple colors at the same time.
Okay. So like there's good and bad auras, like if someone's really mad and shit.
Or like if you've been depressed for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how some folks can sense like oh, you're fucking sad.
Like I feel people's emotions usually from walking around, but like that,
intuition.
That is on top of it
right.
if I want to do that.
Right.
Have you ever been walking down the street and like somebody just has like a negative or evil aura about them?
That happens more often than not.
See,
and
I've heard stories about that where like people that do sense auras, eventually you pass by someone and you can tell like
that's a fucking rapist.
No, like seriously.
No, like
yeah,
like,
I'm not even joking. Yeah.
No, like I'm like okay, that guy has fucking raped someone.
Yeah, like
fuck.
I think the most famous story I've ever heard about this, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna just name drop musicians. The guitarist from Deep Purple.
Name drop.
Not even a name.
I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name, but he was
Richie Blackmore.
It is Richie Blackmore. He was getting into a limousine with.
I know everything.
He was getting into a limousine with Dio, and he sensed the aura of the limousine driver, and he said it was black. And he says, "I'm not going fucking anywhere with that guy." Yeah. And he got out.
Wait, Dio said that, or
Richie Blackmore did?
Okay.
And 2 years later, that limousine driver was the one who's piloting the plane that killed the guitarist for
Randy Rhoads.
Yeah,
he
killed Randy Rhoads.
Limousine driver to pilot.
I don't know how
that
that
was
worked
their
out.
first problem.
But it was the
they
same.
didn't even have a license.
But the story is it was the
Is
same
there a pilot
guy.
on this plane?
It's like the same thing.
So I guess when
Just in the air. Where's the gas pedals?
So when we say like auras, like how bright is it? Is it like clearly visible, or do you have to kind of focus to see it?
You have to focus. I have to like, for me to see them, it would have to be like in a deep meditation.
Yeah, and you don't see it with like your eyes. Like you're not seeing like blue
some
around
people
it.
can see it with their eyes like
Right.
all the time, but I feel
Okay,
like, yeah.
right.
Like you feel like purple.
Yeah, but definitely
It's not a good thing.
that was my question. Is like
Shit.
is
Right,
like
and your favorite color is purple. Oh, fuck.
like you'll just be walking down the street and like you just feel someone's aura.
I feel usually the first thing I feel is their energy more
Right.
than the aura.
So
aura stuff.
energy you would like correlate to just like
They're,
oh he's
like, the
good,
same.
he's happy, like
yeah, or like even if someone's happy, if I see someone smiling, I can sense if they're a good or bad person.
Okay. So that's what you mean by energy, right? Okay.
When you say it has different colors, do you mean it has different feelings to
like
the aura?
different feelings, different
Okay.
like life experiences can change the colors.
Okay.
What was Alex's? Do you sense that Alex was like a piece
I'm
of
not
shit
here to
when
sense
you-
auras.
Well,
That's extra.
Fuck Brandon Babe.
God damn it.
Dip into the Patreon fund.
Give me them quarters.
I got you. Flicking nickels. What's mine, huh?
Do you believe hand readers and tarot cards?
I've never. Well, the thing is, whenever I became friends with a psychic when I lived in Bakersfield, who did that kind of shit for a living.
Right.
And whenever she would read people, she didn't bring out any cards or anything.
Okay.
So I've never experienced that.
Right.
Just like you haven't experienced a lot of stuff, like
Right,
spiritually.
right.
So I wouldn't say that I don't believe them because I've never been.
You're open to it if
I'm
it
open
happens.
to
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I've done tarot card readings before, and that stuff seems accurate.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm
well,
not.
it's like also like you can make it.
Yeah.
Like
not,
I showed him my tarot card.
Yeah, tarot cards. She has runes too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. With me, I wasn't, and I think it's because I was being skeptical about it. I wasn't sure if, like, she was like just saying stuff and then trying to read my impression of what she was saying and then going off that.
Well, you want to hear a real psychic reading? So I went with my friend to go see a psychic years ago, and she wanted me to sit in on it because, like, she trusts me with my bullshit.
Right.
I don't know why. And so I was sitting in on it. The lady was obviously giving her a reading, but she stopped in the middle of it, and she was like, "What's with all these dreams? Like, about my specific dreams that I've had?" And I'm like, "No, they're not significant. I'm just going to ignore them." Like, but she brought it up.
Like she knew what your dreams were?
She knew what it was. Like, what's with all the Egyptian stuff?
Okay, this is a good segue because this is what I wanted to talk about. Your Egyptian shit.
My Egyptian bullshit.
She also knows past lives and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Interesting.
Go on.
There's
Start.
so much to talk about, though.
You can. Your spirit guide is like.
My spirit guide.
Egyptian, right?
He's not Egyptian. I have a. I'm gonna sound crazy right now.
We've been talking about you seeing stuff for like an hour and a half.
I'm crazy.
It's fine.
You have your credibility.
Okay. So I have a spirit guide, and I met him in a past life, but not the. I think I had an Egyptian past life because this fucking psychic was like, these dreams mean something. Like, you need to figure that out. Like, I'm seeing symbols in my mind, and you need to figure out what these mean. And I was like, oh, I was just trying to ignore it, but okay.
Sort your shit out, girl.
She basically said if I don't figure it out, then I can't, like, move on in this life. And I was like, okay.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You capped out.
You gotta solve the puzzle to get to the next level.
So then I paid her $200. No, I'm just kidding.
I joined her MLM.
I supported her Patreon.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, it's just I've had a lot of. What the fuck do you?
I guess my question is, what's a spirit guide?
A spirit guide. So for some people, it's like
right hand man.
It's right hand guy. He's always there with you.
Oh.
He guides you.
Drink that beer.
Okay.
Yo, we should get fucked up.
It's like what people consider guardian angels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you said you met him in like a previous life?
Yeah, that's what I got from him. Like through meditation,
Okay.
I figured out who he was because he's been with me.
Okay, so it's not like a real okay. Sounds rude the way I just asked
It's
that.
not like a real person.
It's not a person you physically met.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Not in this life.
Right.
Can you give us examples or stories of like how he's like told you stuff like, hey, you should do this, or like?
Well, that's the thing is like, you know how we were talking about walking down the street and someone seems bad or whatever.
Right.
If I'm like questioning, if like let's say I get a bad feeling from someone, I'm like, that fucking guy's crazy, I shouldn't talk to him. If I'm questioning, oh, like maybe he's not, it's like he reassures me.
Right. Nah, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Or like I was with this guy for like over 4 years, and like the whole time my spirit guide was like warning me and shit.
Girl, what the fuck?
And did it turn out that it was right? Like,
yeah, it was right.
It was like vilified in the end.
Yeah.
So when you get information from him, it's not like a dialogue in your head. It sounds like a lot of this is just like intuitive feelings and shit.
The first time I really got information from him, I was in a deep meditation, and I don't know if you guys meditate, but you should try it.
I've seen people meditate and like come
I've
out of
seen
it.
meditate.
I took like a class. It was a creative minds class, and half the class was about focusing on meditation.
Oh.
It was wild.
I just don't know if I'm ever doing
So
it right.
the first.
Yeah, that's how I feel half the time.
I believe in it. I believe that it has definitely some capability to help with people.
So-
My friend one time took a dab and then meditated and
It
then like
fucking-
yeah.
So the first time he ever like I knew his presence was there for like a very long time since I was like 14.
Right.
But I didn't know exactly what he was. But the first time he ever communicated with me, I was in a deep meditation and you visualize things. He came into, I was like, I have this pond that I go to in my mind with like shiny rocks and stuff.
Oh, like Fight
so
Club.
You have like a mind temple kind of.
I have like a temple that I go to
Yeah.
to relax. And so he walks up, and in my mind, he touches right here. And like there was, he touches right here, and it like lit up. And it was like, and it basically got the information of how to close it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hmm. Nice.
So like anytime I'm ever scared of anything, it's like,
well,
I don't touch it. It's just like I feel.
It'd be so much better if you did though.
Yeah. No,
We're
like,
fine, everybody.
I feel his presence there. It's like a reminder. It's like,
Okay, right.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's like a comforting thing.
Yeah.
I almost wish I like had all these experiences.
You
'cause I
you
feel-
can though.
I'm like,
Well, you can for the price of.
and that's why I'm on your podcast, guys.
I
feel like life is so like
buy in, Alex.
I don't have any specific answers, and like I don't know what life is about.
And
like,
I still don't either.
Right, but like
I have more questions because like
Fair
what
enough.
happened in a previous life? I don't know what's
Right.
going on now. So.
Read and meditate, Alex. Anyone can meditate.
I might actually try.
That's good.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. God, not God, but like you've
Gods. Gods.
Explain.
Explain gods.
You've hung out with a god before.
I've hung out with some gods.
Yeah, can you explain that?
Was he
Only
cute?
Egyptian gods.
Was he cute?
No, he wasn't fucking cute.
Egyptian fucking gods. You hear this shit?
And your family line, are they from Egypt at all?
We're from Turkey.
Close enough.
So there
That's
might
like
be some crossover
over there.
Maybe. So yeah, I've hung out with the god. The first time I ever
Was it raw?
It actually was. What? It was okay. So an Egyptian, whatever.
I win the podcast.
In the Egyptian pantheon, the gods can be like Ra, Osiris, all like
right.
The singular gods, but they go on in generations to combine to be multiple gods in one. So the one that I experienced was Ra and Osiris together.
Okay.
And it would happen it was a few years ago. I was pregnant at the time and I didn't know. But every night, 2 to 3 a.m., I would wake up and feel a presence in my room telling me, like in my head, you're pregnant. Like, you're pregnant. Before I knew.
You're gonna birth a new god.
A new god is coming.
Oh my god.
And
he will take reign.
Fuck.
It wasn't like that. It was like, it was telling me that it was happening, and then like I miscarried, and I lost the baby, and then I had dreams about why I miscarried, and from a past life about why I miscarried in
Really?
this life.
It gave you like answers?
Yeah.
Huh.
They were fucked up, but it gave me answers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask if you feel comfortable answering why.
You don't have to.
So in this past life, you don't want to hear it.
I do.
I mean, I do want to hear it, but like, I
Then
don't
let her
want to
talk.
make you uncomfortable.
It doesn't make me uncomfortable.
Okay, then
I've been through some shit.
No, fair enough.
So, the dream that I had for that time was I was in this room. Like, okay, before that I had dreams where I was in like rituals and shit.
Right.
So I was in this room and there was blood all over me. And some of it was my own and some was maybe animal blood. I don't know. But what I got when I woke up from that dream, woke up crying, was that, like, how do I explain this to you?
To you simpletons.
How do I explain this to you, New Worlders?
Oh.
So the thing that I got, like the next night he came to me again and I realized, oh yeah, like you're Ra and Osiris, blah, blah, blah. Like I wasn't saying that out loud away.
What's up, man?
The feeling, the story that I got from that was, it was for a reason.
Right.
You needed to experience this because it happened in this life, and you can't have a baby until you move on, kind of thing. So yeah, it was fucked up.
Can't have a so just like what that sidekick was saying, like how you need to figure out. No,
My side guy, yeah.
Your sidekick. No, that girl was saying how you need to find out about like what happened in the past.
Yeah.
Basically, you
To move on in this life.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the reason you miscarried is because you still haven't figured out like what happened in the past. Is
Well,
that...
I figured it out now.
Okay, yeah, but at
the time, no.
Fuck. Wild.
So I'm ready to have a baby.
I was gonna say,
which one are you lucky guys?
Let's go.
That's the real reason about the podcast.
I need seed.
I was actually gonna ask this earlier. If you ever have kids,
Will
do
you
you
have
think
my
it'll
baby?
carry? If you ever have kids, do you think it'll carry on to them?
I'm actually I wouldn't want it to.
Right. Because is it more of a burden?
Yeah, when it's happening, when it happens, it will happen for like days in a row. So
Oof.
it's like
never ending.
Yeah, like I'll get a few months of break and then it's like, oh, remember this? I'm like, oh, okay. Like I feel that shit every day, but like when it gets intense, it's
When it gets bad, yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want it to pass on. But if it does, I would try and help them through
Right,
it.
because then you at least have the knowledge about it. Yeah.
I mean,
you wouldn't
if
be
you
like
could call it knowledge,
you wouldn't be like your mom and be like, just don't do it.
No, it's not real. They're demons.
Everything's a demon.
Yeah, basically.
Just ignore it.
He'll go away. That's just piano music from the attic.
I just want to know if there's ever a piano.
I want to know too.
We're gonna find out next episode, guys.
Like, so you lived there for 2 years and just never checked.
We're too scared.
Too smart, you mean? Fuck
Yeah.
that. I'm not checking that shit. I'll take it. Yeah, there is one. That's
what
why
if
there's
there's
sound.
still a piano there?
That'd be tight. Let's play that shit.
The person playing piano was the first one who went up to check.
There's like a guy that lives up there.
Hey,
Hey,
I like
man.
to
I remember you.
I've been waiting for you.
What if we go to check and someone goes to play it and we naturally just play the sounds that you were hearing and you're like,
I don't know if I would. Maybe I would like remember.
your head would spin and you would start shitting yourself.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's one of those things that, like, if somebody played the exact chords that you heard, like,
I would remember.
It would, yeah. It would,
You would
like,
snap like a
I
fucking...
block a lot of that shit out, but yeah, I'm sure I would remember.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I want to say there's something else that you've told me that I want
Do
you
you ever?
to tell them.
I've heard stories about
Okay,
people.
just interrupt
like,
me.
Clearly, you don't have
Do
a
I
full
ever
train of
what?
thought.
Figure it out.
Clearly, you have fucking too many trains of thought.
This train.
You have a train that's like 80,000 boxcars
How
long.
far away are these trains from each other?
Which train's gonna get there first?
Okay, all right, let's go.
Alex's train isn't stopping anytime soon. Full speed ahead, baby.
If Alex's train was on the track, it wouldn't move because
Okay.
it'd be the entire fucking track.
What was the question?
Station to
Did you
station.
forget your question?
I've known people to work in morgues,
Yeah.
and they say sometimes they can sense things, and it feels like cold air running through you.
It's because
Have you
it's
ever had that happen?
refrigerated.
Running through me?
Yeah, like not running through you as if it's like a gust of wind, but like you can feel like
Yeah, I felt that multiple times. in my life.
okay, so that's like a common thing,
Like the
right?
hand. That's cold.
Cold, yeah.
I've yeah, I've felt it on my back, you know.
Right.
Yeah. It's not running through me, it's always like a hand.
It's like something touching.
It's like, hey there.
And like you feel.
And it's not my dad.
Oh, a new vessel.
It's not my dad.
Or uncle, or second uncle.
It's always the second uncle.
I'm the second uncle. And that's why it's the little boy's room.
So,
but like it's always like you can tell it's a hand. You can tell the fingers, right?
yeah, that was gonna be
That's
my
just like
question.
fucking Pam's story last week. Aston,
Yeah.
phone man.
Wait, calm down.
Guys, calm down.
So Brandon said that you did a seance here one time.
No,
It wasn't a seance.
Okay,
she just sat and tried.
Oh,
I
you were
meditated.
Just, oh, okay, you were trying to like feel for things. Okay, never mind.
I did a seance here once.
She lit
The
candles.
first
yeah,
time I
nice
ever came
little-
over, I did a seance.
I've watched Charmed before. I know.
Yeah.
We had a nice little sounds, you know. It's real low key. It's cool.
Yeah,
It was
lit
cute, it was
some
really cute.
candles.
Right.
Old Victorian era thing.
Do you think witchcraft back in the day was real?
yeah.
like Salem and stuff? Like, do you think they were actually doing
You're
stuff?
asking me.
Like, I don't know anyone else that would have a more valid opinion in my life.
She's gone.
Oh my god.
Witches sink. She sank. She's a witch.
I would say that maybe they did some witchcraft shit, but like, I don't know.
Oh, like I'm not saying like, do you think the Southern
Do you
Witches
think it's real?
really summoned the devil?
No, there's
Like, do you think there might be like any validity?
Any truth? Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
What doesn't make sense to me is like they're all new settlers, right? Like, why would they come from England, the whitest place that's probably the most removed from there, and start doing witchcraft shit? Then
People
again,
came here to be free with their religion, right?
True.
Yeah.
So they're like, fuck it.
I'm sure
whatever.
there's people who did witchcraft in.
Gypsies aren't gonna live in towns, though. Come on, they're vagabonds. They go around.
Live on the sides of freeways. Come on.
And there was no freeways there, so
That's where
no
the
gypsies.
devil really is.
No, there's theories about that. Apparently, right before that happened, there was a really like wet winter or spring. I know.
It's a sopping
Real
winter.
slick.
They think mushrooms grew
They think.
on the wood and stuff,
Oh.
and they were all like the whole town was just kind of tripping, like lightweight tripping.
balls.
Oh, really?
Like-
Yo,
Yeah.
you're a fucking witch.
Yeah,
dude.
they're all fucking paranoid and shit.
Wait.
I saw it.
I saw you.
Wait, so the mushrooms grew in the
So
wood, but
they-
how would that affect
They
like,
either
the fumes?
like spores got on wood or on food, or they picked them and they thought they were fine. And like, can you imagine some kid or some girl? La la la! I'm in the mushrooms. Let's take them home, cook them, and she's fucking tripping balls.
I can see that.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought the mushrooms that have that psychedelic effect only come from the ones that are
A
grown out
lot of
nowhere.
mushrooms can do a lot of things.
Oh, okay. There's different effects.
Yeah, like there's a whole line of supplements at Sprouts. It's called not Shroom Tech. That's no, it's
So I could get behind that.
no. There's
That's some fucking Terminator
what
shit.
the fuck's his
dude.
name? What the fuck's his name?
Shroom Tech.
No,
It's like Skynet, but for mushrooms.
Shroom Dick.
He was on Joe Rogan. He talked about a story about how he did shrooms, try to lay down and sleep.
Joe Rogan.
He had a fucking
Are you talking about?
premonition.
He's like a comedian.
No. He's like a scientist, dude. He majored in biology. It's when he was in college. He tripped with his friends and shit. He went home, tried to sleep, had a dream about like a sea of like dead cows, and the urge to go up to his cabin. Weeks pass. There's a giant flood. They block off all the roads, but he's trying to go up to his shit to get his books and his transcripts and shit. And like he drives up this road and sees this fucking same thing he saw. But he created a line of supplements and shit that are all mushroom based.
That's cool.
So like he has like immune shit,
Oh, I think I've
memory
seen
shit.
it. I know
yeah.
what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
Shroom Tech.
No, Shroom
Tech.
Shroom Tech is one from the brand On It. They do the alpha brain shit, which actually fucking works too.
Do they have fungal tech?
No. Fucking dumbass.
How is their shiitake strain?
Pretty solid.
Nice.
It's called
Hey, Aston,
Host
do you think-
Defense.
Hey, Aston, do you think that joke landed?
I don't know. Let me ask the audience. Hey, kids.
Paul Stamets.
John Stamos?
Yeah.
That
jokes
joke
are
landed.
hidden.
Yeah, it's that shit. It's this. It looks like this.
Oh,
I've seen
Yeah,
the
right.
box, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul Stamets. That is a really good one. That episode. We ran pretty long. Should we just cut it off?
Yeah.
Is there
Bye.
any
Anything
closing notes? Last questions that we want to get on?
Don't use Ouija boards, kids.
Yeah, don't.
Like,
Here comes Alex with his 20 fucking questions.
so is the Ouija board just like a gateway to spirits, or?
Yeah. Usually the real ones are made with skin, like animal skin.
Oh, no thanks.
Yeah, so it's like
It's like a ritual.
It's a cursed object. It's like it's like witchcraft basically.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like a portal. If
Right.
You do it the right way, and if you don't close it the right way, it stays open.
Hence, people
the
get
spook.
possessed. Yeah. The
spook.
spookiness.
The spookies coming and move into your house.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a funny story I can end on that I wanted to say.
Keep it light. Let's go. It's not like it's spooky time.
The other day I was doing DoorDash with Seth, and I was getting off the freeway, and I was doing DoorDash from 4 to like
How did
8
this
p.m.
come up?
I'm ending on a light note. I wanted to tell the
Okay,
story
go on,
earlier,
go
but I
on.
forgot to.
I kind of want to end on a dark note.
And I was merging over, and a lady in front of me was merging, and then she like went way over to the side, like she was reacting to me driving. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So I pulled up next to her, and she starts doing this, right? And
Can you
like,
describe what that is?
Yeah.
no, so it's like
Imagine
It looks
trying
like-
to like
it-
blink with your hands.
yeah. It's like she's blinking with her hands or
It's
like
like
flicking
someone
something.
flicking water at you.
Yeah.
with
So
fingertips.
me and Seth are both like, what the fuck does that mean, right? So then when we're pulling up to the right of her, we both flip her off, and she's like,
Why would you what?
Because she would understand what that means.
yeah, I thought she was like talking shit
a
or
look at
something.
this lady.
Because the way
Check
she
this
reacted
shit
to me
out.
and the way the situation felt, it felt like she was like reacting, like was pissed at me. That's what I
Yeah.
thought she was doing. So 5 minutes later, I realized my headlights aren't on. 2 minutes after that, I realized I do this hand signal to people when I want them to turn their headlights on, and I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, that is a light note. I like that. You are retarded.
A light note.
Shit! Who doggy?
Good night, boys and girls.
All right.
Have a fun Halloween.
If you have questions, comments, concerned, inquiries, qualmations, qualmations, send it to us. The little boys room @ the little boys room podcast. That is our Instagram page.
What's our email, Brandon?
Our email is thelittleboysroompodcast@gmail.com.
All right, have fun trick-or-treating.
Don't play with Ouija boards.
Don't eat apples
Ghosts-
with the razor blades in them.
No, that's the
Oh,
good
wait,
shit.
do that. Sorry.
Ghosts are real, but they're called entities. Gods are real too. There's a lot of shit you think is not real is real.
Shroom tech's taken off.
Shroom tech.
Forgot to mention I was on shrooms every time it happened. I'm just kidding.
So we established ghosts are real.
Next
White
week we're-
supremacy is real.
Next week we're tackling goblins.
Goblins and ghouls. By the way, white supremacy is not real. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Wait, what was that last part?
White supremacy is bad.